capacity for an additional 310,000 residents. Mayor Chad Bashinsky says this helps residents ensure they have access to clean tap water as the city grows.
This is a huge step today to handle a significant portion of that essential service that residents rely on every single day in terms of fresh water when they turn on the tap.
The project began in 2023 and it was completed 3 months ahead of schedule and $17.5 million under budget. Drugs, electronics, and other unauthorized items worth almost $149,000 have been intercepted at Saskatchewan Penitentiary. Correctional Service of Canada says staff made the seizures over 3 days last week. Among the items were methamphetamine, cocaine, THC concentrate, tobacco, and a cell phone, along with a charger and USB card reader. CSC says it is increasing efforts to stop contraband from entering federal institutions. This includes searches using drug detection dogs and ion scanners. After a 3-year hiatus, Walk the Walk is returning to Regina tonight. The event at Casino Regina helps raise money for Lulu's Lodge. The lodge helps 2 LGBTQIA+ teenagers and young adults facing homelessness. Previous fundraisers raised more than $200,000 for Lulu's Lodge. And that's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sastoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
Weather for B&A Petroleum in Swift Current with multiple locations serving southern Saskatchewan for over 30 years. See B&A Petroleum for all your fuel and propane needs.
Weather today, it's been a high of 32. Beautiful day. Winds southeast 15 to 20. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 15. Chance of precipitation 20%. Saturday, partly sunny. They're saying there could be afternoon thunder showers. High of 29 for game day. Winds south 10 to 20. Saturday night, isolated evening showers and mainly clear. Winds pick up, gusting to 43. Low of 14. Sunday, showers redevelop. Isolated thunder showers, maybe heavy at times. Winds southeast 20 to 40. A high of 23. Monday, showers end, but partly sunny and a high of 21.
B&A Petroleum is a southern Saskatchewan family-owned business that's there for you. They've been supporting their clients for over 30 years with locations in several communities throughout the southern part of the province. B&A Petroleum is available for all your bulk fuel and lubricant needs with propane at selected locations Monday to Friday. And don't forget, their Cardlock location is accessible 24 hours for your convenience. B&A Petroleum. Fuel you once, fuel you forever.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sportscage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Good afternoon. It is Friday. It is beautiful in downtown Regina, 32 degrees. We hope you're happy wherever you are. It's a time for me to kick things off with an ice cold beer, I think is the best line for a Friday afternoon. It is Sharky in, the emergency backup broadcaster, as Barney is in Saskatoon with Roman, who is attending his first Western Hockey League training camp as the Saskatoon Blades have invited him up there. Welcome to everybody listening, whether you're on your radio at 620 CKRM or catching us on the stream at sportscage.com. As always, hammer the like and subscribe button. It does good for our people and for our feelings. It helps us out a lot. It says on the bottom, Thursdays with Sharky are brought to you by Flooring Superstore. This is a special guest Friday. Sharky, but again, still by Flooring Superstore, and happy to be here. Fridays are also brought to you by sastoday.ca. If you want all the news on Saskatchewan, sign up for sastoday.ca. Joining me today, of course, behind the big board, running the screen, running all the images, Coulson, and my guest once again this Friday from Crofty Electric, Mr. Dan Crofts. Crofty, thanks for joining.
No problem. Emergency backup.
You're the double backup. As always, we love to get your texts. We love to hear what your opinions are. And we've got lots of questions for you today for you to fire in and chime in on the Prairie Land Rental text line. And all guests, including Crofty, are brought to us by Western Pizza on the guest hotline. We will have the sprinkle of the day. I was reviewing several things. Riders are favorite for tomorrow against Toronto. I don't know if that's for sure or not. I think it's a little tighter than what Sports Select's got printed. Luc Mullinder will join us at about 3:20. He will be poolside, of course, on this beautiful afternoon. Hopefully he's wearing a shirt.
Why can't we be poolside with him?
Is it a budget issue, Colson? What's the reason?
I think that's more of an electrical issue.
Well, I can fix that. Done and done. Next Friday.
All right, GFI going to Luke's pool for next week.
Tell Luke. Actually, we can get there. How long's a break?
between the hours. Farhan Lalji will be joining after 5. He'll bring us up to date on all the things going on in the CFL, including Vernon Adams being listed as out for the Calgary Stampeders. This, as it's Friday, Taco Time Hot Takes. We want your hot takes for the Riders versus Toronto. We want to know what you think is going to be your hot take, whether it be offense, defense, score, spread, whatever it is. We want to hear from you. We got a $50 gift certificate to Taco Time, which is the equivalent of 7 large Mexi fries?
Yes, 8 if you're willing to pay the little bit of change,
Okay.
or 7 large and a small.
7 large and a small.
And I think we call out again if somebody would bring us Mexi fries.
That would be very
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Or
Tap on the window and we'll let you in.
Or as they call them in Mexico, tater tots. NASCAR report today. Final race of the regular season in NASCAR. One of the best tracks that I think is worth watching a race at, the Daytona Motor Speedway. And, of course, Clutch Performer as we go through this Friday. So lots on the board. We have a ton of rider audio. We got some Pats audio as the Pats have opened training camp. They're in day 2 after having testing on Wednesday. Thursday had the first round of practices, and they have skates today as they broke into scrimmages and whatnot. Crofty, I don't know if you listened yesterday to all the show, but we had a conversation with a lawyer who's doing a class action lawsuit, or he's trying to find, hang on, back up. He's trying to find people to be involved in a class action lawsuit against the Canadian Hockey League, 3 leagues, the OHL, the Q, and the Western Hockey League for players that suffered some kind of harm or abuse. I'm not a fan of it being a class action at just open it up to everybody. But I'd like to hear any thoughts or comments you have on that.
Well, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, carefully.
First of all,
yes, carefully.
I played a lawyer on TV once in a
yeah.
No, kidding. It's a slippery slope for sure. I mean, delicately. Okay, first of all, there's always far outsides of both sides. Of course, something happened and happened to somebody, and it was probably bad. That's how we ended up here, or where they got to where they are. And then there's some other ones that should come up, and maybe but then there's the slippery slope because we all were kind of hazed in high school,
disappointed with how something came about.
Yeah, or things happened to us in hockey dressing rooms, and again, I'm not to that level or that extent. So it's kind of it's a slippery slope on how to, and I mean, there's people way smarter than Crofty and Sharky that are weeding through that kind of thing. At least I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I can't spell cat.
Yeah.
But it's a delicate issue for sure because you don't want that kind of thing to be happening to anybody for sure. It's a tough one.
Because we have examples in Saskatchewan here with what happened in Swift Current and Moose Jaw with Graham James, to Theron Fleury and to Sheldon Kennedy, and I truly believe those went through the right process and they got some justice from them. Nobody will ever say they got enough justice, but they got some justice from them. Yeah,
and again, while we're all saying this, of course, like it's when true and when factual, it's bad and it should never happen. And the person that is portraying or doing, and it depends how bad it is, the right justice needs to be taken.
Yeah.
But it's a slippery slope on who's going to come forward and what's going to happen.
On what's really abuse and what's not. And that's where I have a hard time with this, because there's people that have suffered something really negative.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And I'm not discrediting any of those people. But what I am careful of is just diminishing their harm by somebody who didn't like his power play time.
Well, and again, if I understood, I caught most of it yesterday, but it's most of it rookieing, right? Was what we called it back in the day. which is usually player to player, senior player to junior player.
At that time, yeah.
Coaches are most times not involved. At least they weren't in any of the ones I was involved in. And mine were not, like, it was just fun stuff, mostly drinking involved kind of things. But, it's player to player. Now you're going to go after the team and the coach. And it's a very, like, how wide that net starts to get spread. It's again, slippery. It's tough.
Like I said to you, you're in a fight in the school ground on Saturday night at 9. That's not the school's fault.
Yeah, it's not your kindergarten teacher that taught you 6 years ago that is all of a sudden called into a press conference or a court case 10 years later. It's, again, and not to diminish any that happened to maybe the ones that really bad things happened to,
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, some of those other veterans, let's call them, and when they're rookieing guys, most times when veterans went too far, at least on teams I were, the other vets tuned in the vets.
Yeah.
And
somebody got straightened out
kind of
if they crossed the line. Yeah.
Self-policed most of that kind of stuff. And that's always the hope of this kind of stuff. But obviously,
I don't think it goes on anywhere near the extent that it did, but I know it doesn't. It doesn't, like, it's not tolerated anymore. The worst I've heard of is having to sing a duet with somebody at karaoke, whether it's Islands in the Stream or whatever it is, right?
Don't bring Islands in the Stream.
I know.
We lost Dolly.
We lost Dolly. Sorry, we lost Dolly.
We'll get into that later. But yeah, like for me, it was like shaving your head or shaving parts of your body.
Yeah.
Or, making us drink extra drinks, and things like that. It was all in good fun.
There was no intent to harm or hurt.
Yeah, but I have heard stories of stuff.
I have too.
Of other stuff way worse and way further. But again, my understanding of those stories was it was veterans and rookies, not coaches, leagues, teams.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, and I go back to this, it's part of the podcast yesterday. It was an interesting interview with the lawyer who's trying to create this class action lawsuit and go after people who were, or support people who were suffered abuse or bullying he was using while playing in the Canadian Hockey League. I just think it's a slippery slope, and it's got a lot of trouble ahead of it. But we will leave that where it is. I think that's enough of that. But if you did experience something, there is a law firm you can reach out. You can find them online, and they will walk you through that process to see what it's all about. Go ahead.
We make a little joke about it. Not about that. Not about that. Just not about that. But about you guys didn't make any reference to the lawyer being Ant-Man, like some Marvel reference or something. Like I know it was a very serious topic, but like you couldn't have slipped in a little bit of like, you're going to shrink this or something to make no, just me.
You may be aware, Barney and I often miss the subtle ones in the background. Yes, but it worked out okay. It is Taco Time Hot Take Friday. We want to hear what you got. What is the hot take that everybody's got for this? We'll go back to last week. You had a 16.5-point spread and nearly made it.
Well,
the other way.
Yeah, the other way. I was gonna say, we scored 16 points. I was like, where are you going with this? I was about to say, my hot take last week was not so hot as everybody.
It didn't work out exactly as they want.
No,
right?
But it hopefully a way better outcome this week for sure.
I love it. All right. So again, we're looking for hot takes on Friday for Taco Time. A $50 gift card on the line. Colson is the judge of all the hot takes. He decides who's the winner and the loser.
And if I can't pick one, it's a random spin.
It's with big wheel of spinning.
And I'm a little depressed my 16-point hot take didn't get the tater tots. That's what, really.
Yeah.
Lucky I'm back today.
They're Mexi fries, not tater tots.
Mexi fries.
Only in Mexico are they tater tots. But as we did last week, we had a little bit of a hot take as well on top album of all time. Got a lot of responses on that one. So this one, after Barney's interview last week with Mike Rose, where they talked about his go-to song in karaoke. And it was Careless Whisper by Wham, which I would not have targeted him for at all.
I'd target you for that song, not him.
No, not me either. We're looking for also, what's your hot take for your automatic go-to on karaoke, regardless of the crowd?
I said last week, Little Islands on the Stream,
And you want me to be the Dolly singer, don't you?
Well, now with everything that's gone on this past week, we just lost Dolly.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to be
Okay,
Dolly
thank you. Appreciate you.
I just
took me out of that. Yeah.
She'd now be up above looking down and may smite you.
All right. I got to make sure that I read the text right because I got the dates wrong and I was reading old text before.
It's highlighted.
Roscoe from Kindersley's already texted in. The brother's bringing in the grain truck. Brother-in-law.
The Ryder grain truck.
The Ryder grain truck. All right, look forward to seeing the Ryder grain truck
He's
tomorrow.
going to try and get it in. I love it.
What, is it the full Super B we got going, or is it the old 3-ton we're pulling in? Which one are we doing? Hot take. Riders score a special teams touchdown that isn't called back because of penalty. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate that.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Argos 12 throw 3 picks and conveniently lose this game by himself. That's always speaking of Chad Kelly. ID step on his injured toe all day, but I'm on my way up to section 310. Riders by 7. James, thank you. James, appreciate
I like that, James. I like that one.
What else we got here? Could you wish Captain Harvey Ryder and his wife a happy 44th anniversary? You got to give me
44.
your name.
Captain Harvey Ryder. That's his name.
That's his name? Okay, I thought it was a different one. He's wishing somebody else. Happy 44th anniversary. Congratulations.
Captain Harvey Ryder.
Yeah.
Is that God-given name, do we think? Or
I would suppose his parents were not involved. Yeah, not involved. 44
Big
years.
Ryder fans.
44 years, and hopefully all to the same woman. Happily married for 44 years.
It's not an anniversary if it's not.
Well, he's been married 44 years. He doesn't say it's necessarily to the same woman. Right?
Captain Harvey Ryder and his wife. It strongly indicates same woman.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying it's possible, right?
Roscoe did reply, it is a tandem unit.
It's a tandem unit?
Yeah.
All right, Roscoe.
I don't know if they're going to get that in, but we'll see.
I look forward to seeing that.
Look for us, Roscoe. We'll be in the Crofty Electric service van, servicing all your tailgates.
Servicing all your tailgate needs. Yeah, love that. Tandem unit. Okay. Shamar has a breakout game, 100 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Dylan,
like it.
Yeah, I like it. And that's big news. We get some big news on Ryder lineup changes if you haven't been paying attention this week. Going to the 6th game is Samuel Emelis. Obviously, he wasn't as good as we hoped. He got banged up again against BC. He's gone to the 6th game. Going to the 1 game is Jackson Ford and Johnny Johnson III. Also coming out, Brooks Jr. and Adams on the defensive line. Going in, Burgess Jr., Oladipo, thank you. Shamar Bridges is obviously going to start. Mims goes back in at slot back, and Hoskins is the new defensive end replacing Adams. Let's talk about Shamar Bridges. Showed up here Monday?
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday.
Monday in the lineup?
Around there.
Thoughts?
I like it. Let's shake it up. I mean, we obviously got some injuries, so we need to fill some holes. But I like it. I heard his interview on, I think, Monday or Tuesday when he landed. He seems jacked to be here, which is good. No, I think it's a good play.
The Riders are banged up in the receiving core, and not just banged up, but 2 important receivers, 2 of their prime receivers, and with Johnny Johnson III going out, that's 3 of 5 starters from the start of the year that are on the injured list. It's not good. It's not an excuse. The next guy's got to be ready to play, but it is a challenge.
Well, and Harris took a little bit of a beating the last couple of games on interceptions. I wonder if a lot of that is, and then Harris, people were complaining about Harris showing frustration in his helmet that one play. But at the same time, he's throwing to guys that maybe are not exactly where they should be, and maybe they should be taking a step forward, step back. They're running their routes not just perfect like they should be.
Yeah.
And I think this is where a little bit of maybe that healthy bullying comes in, where he pulls some of those receivers aside instead of showing the emotion of yelling in his helmet, which is good because you want to get it out, but call out some of those receivers and say, hey, you know what? You were supposed to cut in. You were supposed to cut out.
That's
whatever.
Your ball.
There. Fight for that ball. Fight for that ball. Don't just give up on it.
Yeah.
And maybe Harris was so used to the receivers running such tight patterns, being so confident, so that they're going to be where they're going to be, that he's, and I'm not saying he's forgotten who's not in the game anymore, but that he's still doing that, and these guys aren't.
They're not responding
exactly. Even that interception, the kind of that one where he steps back on his back foot and throws. Like he thought they would fight for the ball down there, and they didn't.
They didn't. On that, we are going to take a break because when we come back, Luc Mullinder will join us from his South Regina pool, hopefully with a shirt on. He said he may have extra guests for us as well. So when we come back, it'll be Luc Mullinder joining us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. This is Sportscage on 620 CKRM.
Winter shop schedules fill up fast. That's why now is the time to pre-book your WinterWorks AG equipment inspection at Redhead Equipment. Book before December 31st and receive 10% off labor. Want to save even more? Book and prepay by October 31st to receive an extra 10% off labor. It's a smart way to save money, avoid the spring rush, and ensure your equipment is field ready when the season begins. Book today by calling your local Redhead Equipment or find a location near you at redheadequipment.ca. Redhead Equipment, making tracks since 1948.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Play of the game?
Touchdown!
More like the game to play. The new Saskatchewan Roughriders Scratch and Win ticket. It's your chance to win 10 years of Rider season tickets, a premium suite for the home opener and the Labor Day Classic, and tons of Rider swag. Plus, 2 chances to win $75,000. Tickets available at your favorite lottery retailers. Proudly brought to you by Sask Lotteries, supporting sport, culture, and recreation across the province. Please play responsibly.
The world is changing. From the misuse of AI and the rise of deepfakes to the dangerous spread of misinformation, it's getting harder for Canadians to separate fact from fiction. That's why having a trustworthy news source is vital. At Global News, we're committed to objective journalism that cuts through the noise. Stick to the facts. Global News, Canada's trusted news.
What's the deal with carpet? Why do they call it wall-to-wall? Where else was it gonna go?
No matter what flooring you need, the experienced local team at Flooring Superstore can help you find the right fit for your home and your budget. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, artificial turf, floors for gyms, they've got it all.
You will never be even, Steven.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor covering at the best price. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Sportscage is live streaming from our Century Studios in downtown Regina. Watch now at sportscage.com and our YouTube channel. Be part of the show by texting 306-936-6262. 620 CKRM.
Welcome back to the Friday edition of the Sportscage. Sharky's hosting, which means Barney is somewhere doing something more fun. Barney is in Saskatoon with his son at Blades Camp. We wish Roman all the best as he goes through that as his 15-year-old year. Obviously, he's not going to stay there, but it's a chance to learn a little more about the Western Hockey League. Let's go out on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline because we're interrupting his day by the pool. There he is, the one, the only, Luc Mullinder.
Looking fast.
Yeah. How's the margarita?
I'll tell you what, boys, you are interrupting my day at the pool, but it's okay because, we want to talk ball with Rider Nation and especially with you guys.
It looks, I'm not going to lie to you, it looks fantastic. Like, sunshine's great, glasses on, it looks good.
Yeah, I got a pretty lucky deal going on here, Sharky. Yeah. We got plenty of shade. So when you get too hot, you can just sort of escape under that. But more importantly, and I know some of the fellas are listening, we've got the 10th anniversary of the fantasy league that I play in. And our drafts tonight. So, got some of the boys coming over, do a little bit of barbecue and, drink some water together and see where the evening takes us.
I love it. I wish you all the best in your fantasy
How'd you
pool.
do last year?
Yeah. Who was the winner?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, so it's funny. As the football analyst, for CKRM and the Saskatchewan Roughriders and Harvard Radio and all that good stuff. I will proudly say that I actually finished last year. And I have a license plate thing to prove it that's coming off soon because it's going to be the cycle. But it says I finished last on my fantasy football. However, there's a reason. This is a five-player keeper league, and I really wanted to draft Jeremiah Love. So when I realized I wasn't going to win the league, I started tanking. Right, so I pulled the Miami Dolphins, and then and so I got the first overall pick. I've got the 6th overall pick, and man, I've got I've got 5 keepers that everybody, if we went into it, you'd be like, damn, that's a good keeper squad. So I'm excited. I think we'll go from worst to first this year.
I like it. Nice. I like it. I like your style. Hey, let's talk a little bit about what was worse last week. Nice segue. I don't think Trevor Harris got what he wanted out of his receivers in terms of battling for the ball, being in the right position, making good plays. Would you agree that it wasn't so much Trevor Harris, it was the receivers, or would you say the other way?
I think that the BC, their secondary, is doing a good job of mixing things up, showing Trevor Harris some different things. I think that there were a few plays that they missed here and there, but honestly, you have a lull in these seasons, right? You're on your second game of tough back-to-back.
Come on, Luke.
Bueller.
Did we lose Luke? All right, refresh. Hit the refresh button. And we're going to have to go back and find him. But it sounds like if you are anywhere near Luc Mullinder's house and want to be in his fantasy pool, there's an opportunity today. Barbecue, waters. It's nice to have water there.
Do we have his address?
We could probably find it. I've got another number I can call, see if we can drag that out somehow. Yeah.
Not that we'd announce it on air, but
no.
maybe you and I.
Yeah, just you and I swing by.
Go get some of that barbecue.
Yeah, I'd love some. I imagine that Luke's pretty good on the barbecue.
I get that impression.
Yeah, I think he'd be pretty handy with the Q.
Smoker guy? You think he's a smoker guy?
Oh, yeah.
He does run a smoker.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Probably some really good sauce.
Ooh.
I think Luke likes things a little spicy too. Am I not correct on that? Colson, you
can ask him that one.
You're not up to date on that? Okay.
He's going to come back and we're going to have like a whole different questions. We've gone down a whole different rabbit hole here.
Well, you've been gone. We've been talking barbecue sauce and we want to know what you're using. Yeah.
And tater tots.
It was interesting, though, that he said about BC secondary, because that's all we talked about last Friday was BC secondary, and that they were much better and doing a better job. And it was interesting he brought that back.
Well, and better than Ottawa and Hamilton the weeks before. So.
Yeah.
True. And again, I think a combination of what we were saying before the break and that, like you got some receivers that, and again, not that they're not good and maybe they're, some another year or two of seasoning that they'll be better, but they're not our top guys.
Yeah.
Right. And they're not, I don't think they're fighting for the ball the way they should be.
It's a learning process.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. Yeah,
for sure. So you put all those things together and you get what we got.
Yeah.
Right.
With that, and you had highlighted already something for Toronto for tomorrow. They get 5 guys with over 500 yards.
Yeah, according to Justin Dunk, five receivers with over 500 yards. So our secondary is going to have to step up.
All right. Did we get Luke back? Yeah. There he is.
Hey,
what happened?
So I'm inside. I'm inside now, boys. For the first time in the history, my phone overheated. It couldn't even sit in the sun. It's so hot out there.
Yeah.
That's
really?
a bad thing. Yeah.
On the boat once in a while.
Dude, that's
sitting in the sun.
Yeah.
I had no clue. Sorry about that, fellas. Anyways, I was talking about what were we talking about? The BC, whose fault it was, the receiver, quarterback.
How good they were. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that the BC's playing a little bit better. I think that when you look at day one to the receiving core, and those guys are playing their tails off, right? But you just right now it's I think that obviously you don't want to look at the receivers. I just think discipline was a big issue, right? You look at that game, and I've been in games like this where you just shoot yourselves in the foot, right? And I think that there were some really, untimely penalties. There were some missteps, and I think that it's just one of those. I'd rather have one of those games where you're shooting yourself in the foot and and the Hamilton game where just things fell. I'd rather have that happen now before Labor Day than back in late in the season when things are even more important, right, fellas? So right. Are the receivers and quarterback on the same page? Sometimes maybe not, but at the same time, right? You can't just blame the receivers and the quarterback, right? You've got to make stops. You can't bust assignments. So I think that coming in here, this is a really good test. At least you're back home, but Toronto's a really good team too. And again, this is the West Division, right, guys? We're just going to be in a dogfight. We're always in a dogfight, and I think that Rider Nation, as frustrating as it is, like what's the record, boys?
6-4. That's puff.
Oh, say it again.
6-4. 6.
Oh,
wins.
6-4, not 4-6, right?
That's right. You got it. Yeah.
Oh, not 1 to 9.
No, the bandwagon's still running.
Oh, okay. So not 2-8, not 2-8 either, right?
Not 2-8 either.
Okay.
No.
Not 0-10,
and not 3-7.
No, not 3-7. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that we need to keep perspective here. We're going to be in a tough race. The teams that we're playing in the West are going to get better. I'm hoping Calgary gets better. And why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want a competitive West? Why would you want to walk away with it? I mean, we've seen what's happened. Bombers won a couple Grey Cups, but at the same time, like having that success and just blowing everybody out of the water in the Western Division, that doesn't guarantee success, right? You have to be tested, and I think this is a good test. I think you've dropped 2, right? And you know what? If we had won 2 and we'd be 8-2 right now, Rider Nation would be happy. But you know what? Like, let's grind one out, right? Let's have to lean on some. Let's get better in areas, right? Let's get better at kick return and punt return. Let's score there, right? Let's lock down on defense. We got some young guys playing still on defense that got to keep getting better. And the nice thing about it is there's things on film that I think you can harness and you can say, well, look, guys, it's not all bad, right? This is 2 games and it's not bad. And the nice part about it is when you have those games where you shoot yourself in the foot, guys, you literally say, guys, that wasn't on them. That was on us. We got to clean things up, but at least we got to clean things up. We're not just getting blasted because we're not better or as good as the opponent. That's not the case. These guys are dropping games because of reasons that they're their own worst enemy at the moment for the last 2 weeks. And honestly, wouldn't you rather have that than just be Ottawa, right? And terrible and not as good as everybody, right?
And can't even find an answer on film. Yeah. Hey, speaking of on film, Nelson Lacombo, what do we call him? The Swiss Army knife of the secondary? Like he's played halfback, he's played corner, he's not going to play safety. Like what does that do?
I love when
we
draft.
What does that do to the defense and the communication with a guy playing a different spot like that?
Well, it doesn't do anything. As a matter of fact, if a guy's playing the multiple spots on the defense, it means he's one of the smartest guys in the room, and you don't have to worry about him. I think that was the great thing about when they drafted Nelson Lacombo. You got a fantastic football player that knew that there was going to be things like him and Tavon Campbell, right? When they came out of college, like you knew that they were good players. But you also knew that they had to get better, right? So now you see Nelson and his ability to play in a number of spots. That's fantastic, and it's a testament to his football IQ. So I'm not worried about Nelson Lacombo. I just want to make sure that communication is going on with everybody, right? So it's a testament. And again, I'll tell you what, man, the more we go along, guys, in this journey, the more you look at Jeremy O'Day's draft picks and you're just like, wow, man, Jeremy O'Day has really done a great job with this staff, because every one of his draft picks, especially the guys who haven't gotten here, like Kyle Hergel, fine, right? But even the guys that have came to Saskatchewan and left Saskatchewan are starring on other teams right now, right? Yeah. Like Jeremy O'Day has had a fantastic draft, has had fantastic drafting success, and Nelson Lacombo is one of those guys.
So we were talking while you were fixing your phone. Toronto's has 5 receivers with over 500 yards. What are we going to do on our defensive secondary to shut that down?
Yeah, so, I mean, first of all,
well, maybe not.
This may sound weird, right? This may sound weird, but I think that one of the things that the Saskatchewan Roughriders have to do is continue. When you have like a ton of receivers that have 500 yards, not every one of them is a big play receiver, right? A lot of the times you have multiple receivers. And if you look at the success in the very first part of the season when we had Sam Emelis, KSB, all of our receivers going off, right? At one point in the third week, we thought that there was going to 4 or 5 or 1,000-yard receivers, right? And the reason why that is because we were able to spread the ball around. More importantly, guys, the reason why it is because that we were in like manageable second down situations. The Riders have to just get these teams in like 2nd and 8, right? And understand that Chad Kelly is a guy that's good on his feet and can find the open man and can adjust the pocket. But at the end of the day, as long as you're doing your best to keep your opponent in 2nd and 7+ in the CFL, you have a chance, right? I find that those teams that have like receivers that are just absolutely shredding guys, and like you mentioned, right, have got multiple guys at 500 yards. It's because they've been able to spread the ball around, and the reason why they've been able to spread the ball around is because they've been in manageable second down situations, right? So get them into those long situations and allow your secondary to truly communicate, shift, move around, whether they're zone and man. I think Saskatchewan matches up well with Toronto's receivers.
I agree with you. I think remarkably, I think Toronto's 5-5 record is not indicative of where they are. I think they're a better football team than 5-5. Do you disagree or agree?
No, I agree. They're well coached. They're a well coached football team. I think that they're a team that's kind of finding their groove, right? And you just don't want it to be that team where they start hitting on all cylinders, right? They've been in some close games, but again, get them in 2nd and 7+ as many times as you can. Figure out a way to just control the pace on offense, right? That's one of the things too that we've had trouble doing, right? Is just manage some consistency on offense, and I think things will fall into place. Again, there's no point in worry. You're 6-4, right? Folks I get it, Lynn. Like, and I love Rider Nation for this fact that folks care, right? If we were 6-4 in Toronto, people would be like, "Oh man, we're balling, we're awesome." You know what I mean? And because nobody would know why, right? Nobody would care. They would be like, "Oh, actually, right?" They wouldn't even know we dropped the last 2 games. We're in a place that really cares about their football. The fans really care, and I'm glad. But again, there's no time to panic. There's no reason to panic. We've got a lot of football left. You've got the Labor Day back-to-back coming up, and everything changes, right? You beat Toronto, and then you go beat Winnipeg back-to-back. All of a sudden, all of these conversations we've had this week are forgotten.
Exactly. I said it before. When the Riders won in 13, they had a 4-game losing streak in the middle of the season, right? And people were screaming. They were losing their minds. Well, they
we talked about
we
talked about 2008, right? I mean, in 2007 we had all those injuries. 2007 we won the Grey Cup, and then 2008 we had all those injuries, right? And battled a ton of adversity. I mean, granted, we flamed out in the playoffs, but that was just because we didn't have a quarterback. At the same time, we were a really good team then in 2008 too. So I think again, you just. When you lose games because of the things that you did and not because of the things the opponent did, and granted, you got to give credit to BC. They played really well. I think that they're a team that's going to continue to challenge in the West. But again, when you can point to mistakes that you make on film and say, we just got to get better at that, we got to work on our discipline and build those habits into practice, I think you're going to be all right.
Do you think Coach Mason, you would probably know better than anybody other than the players, do you think he's a guy that's going to go on film, we didn't do this as a team, or is he going to go individually, guys didn't do something? Is he going to point out?
No, it's always a team approach from Coach Mace. I think that one of the things that he's really good at is getting to this generation of athlete, and I think the way he does that is present the case for that coaching staff caring about all of them, right? And I don't think that, and I think that one of the things he's very good at is he's great at giving credit, to the entire team when they have success, and he's great at taking credit when they don't have success. Right, he's a great leader, and I don't think he's out there calling out anybody. Right, and I think that if he did, it would be a very strategic call out. Yeah. Right, I mean, there's coaches that literally will make an example of. I remember the best one was I watched this clip about Bill Belichick and just he took one practice, and in film he like spent 10 minutes telling Tom Brady how shitty of a job he was doing, and from that point on, Tom Brady was absolutely a menace. And more importantly, Belichick knew if he called out Tom Brady, everybody else would fall in line pretty quickly, right? So you got to be strategic about it, but it doesn't seem like Coach Mace's vibe to go and blame one individual.
Finally, with you, Luke, before we pass on, it is Taco Time Hot Take Friday. So we're looking for the hot take on the game, right? Now, Crofty's already thrown out maybe a possible kick return, something like that. What do you think you've got for a hot take this Friday?
Wow, hot take.
Yeah. Something we don't see coming. Okay. Yeah, you see, but the rest of us don't.
Wow. Hot take. I see. Wow, that's an amazing question. Hot take.
I've stumped Luc Mullinder.
Better question: what are you barbecuing for the draft?
And
what's on the smoker?
There's nothing on the smoker. Listen, there's nothing on the smoker. I had actually a little bit of a busy morning, so I didn't. You know what? You can't just get married to the smoker for like 16 hours, and you know what I mean. So we're gonna do some. Yeah, right. You didn't, and you know what? Honestly, I know they might be listening. I don't care about these guys that much, right? So what's it called? So,
they're not worth the 16 hours.
No, you know what? My hot take. I think that my hot take is going to be the Saskatchewan Roughriders secondary comes up with a couple of interceptions, and the defensive front plays really well. I think that the defense steps out and potentially owns this game. That's what I think.
I love it. Is there any special
That's my
sauce?
hot take.
Any special sauce for the barbecue today? Any homemade?
Oh,
anything?
yeah. Well, you know what? They're marked. They're in unmarked bottles right now, and I'm not talking about them. I'm not saying, they're just...
okay. So it's all a surprise. Yeah.
Homemade family recipe type deal?
Yeah, this isn't like Guy Fieri's sauce where he like calls it the secret sauce and then bottles it up and puts all the ingredients on the back, boys. No, this is tried, tested, and true.
I love it. So we'll swing by around 5:30. 5:45.
Yeah, there's plenty of food, boys. Come on over.
Hey, Luke, really appreciate you joining us today. Leaving the pool to come on with us. That's cool. And good luck in your fantasy draft tonight.
Yeah, man. Go Riders. Let's go, man. I'm excited about tomorrow. See you guys there.
All right. Take care. Thanks, Luke. Luc Mullinder joining us on the Western Pizza guest hotline with his comments on the Rider game tomorrow, and as well as his thoughts on barbecuing for a fantasy draft tonight. We got to take a break. When we come back, we will have some more audio from the Riders, as well as more Taco Time hot takes as we get ready on this Friday. It's a Sportscage for 620 CKRM.
Need some dirt moved? Some snow plowed? Or how about some grass cut? Well, Redhead Equipment has got a skid steer for that. The B-Series case skid steer comes in 8 different models, varying in power and load capacity to meet all your operational needs. And you can put your case skid steer to work all year round, with attachments for plowing, mowing, digging, and many more. Redhead Equipment, making tracks since 1948.
Hello, Clarice.
It's Brittany.
Have the lambs stopped screaming?
Those aren't lambs. That's my garage door. I don't know why it's making that sound.
I hope you called Busy Bee Doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door.
I did, and?
Brittany? Paul from Busy Bee. What's with the old guy on the dolly?
Ugh, ignore him.
I do wish we could chat longer, but...
Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
For 70 years, Freeze Tallman has been more than a building supplier. It's been part of the community. Family owned since 1956, Freeze Tallman is proud to grow alongside the families, builders, and businesses they serve. This milestone is about more than time. It's about trust, hard work, and relationships built to last. Thank you for being part of the Freeze Tallman story. Visit freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
Make this the summer you finally hit the road. During the Summer Getaway Sale, August 1st through 31st, get a $1,500 Summer Getaway credit on all remaining new 2026 units. Shop a large selection of quality used trailers. Choose from a wide variety of floor plans. Or check out new 2027 travel trailers starting at just $25,400 or $109 bi-weekly. Trades are welcome. Start making summer memories today. Affordable Trailer Sales, Highway 1 West, South Service Road. AffordableTrailerSales.ca.
Getting in on more of the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
If you're thinking about a landscape project but not quite sure where to start, hi, I'm Sean from the Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop. That's why we built this place. We help you make the right calls, from choosing materials to understanding how it goes together, so your project turns out the way you want. Whether it's paving stones, retaining walls, or irrigation, our team will help you get it right the first time. Stop by our showroom on the East Vic Service Road or visit therustyshovel.ca. Great projects start at the shovel. The Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. Welcome back to Sportscage. Check out our podcast powered by Freeze Tolman. Available anytime, anywhere at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
Again, Taco Time Hot Take Friday. Looking for your hot takes on the game for this weekend. Danny, what are you going to go with? You've had a couple ideas.
Yeah, I got one. I think we're going to run one back.
You think punt or kickoff? Is it either or it could be either way? Or
I was thinking punt, but let's go either or. Just give me a little bit better chance than I had last week with my my terrible hot take last week.
You know, it wasn't a terrible hot take. It just didn't work out exactly as you planned.
Yeah. But no, I think we're going to run one back.
You don't want two kickoffs run back for the $1 million kickoff return?
Oh, I'll take that. I'll take both the two TDs, and I'll take the $1 million if that's possible.
I got a big defensive fumble recovery. That's a big play, like maybe on the goal line, like there's somewhere in the game.
Big stop.
The big stop and a fumble recovery, like maybe it's in right of their goal line, something like that. I got a big defensive fumble recovery to change the game. Yeah.
Big man touchdown?
We could have a big man touchdown. What else we got on our text line so far? We got any other feedback with our text line Taco Time guests?
Sammy just texted in here. Is Saskatchewan intercepts at the goal line? That'd be fun.
Similar. Yeah, like that.
I'll do mine here. So Curtis has been working on graphics for the broadcast tomorrow, and he sent this one over. So Trevor Harris is getting up there in all-time passing yards. We knew that. I'm predicting he'll have over 400 passing yards in the game and pass Doug Flutie for 10th all-time passing yards.
So he's 400?
404 away, so he needs 405.
Yeah.
If I'm doing my math right. But, yeah, so I'm predicting at least 405 yards passing in the game for Harris tomorrow.
So there was enough there he could pass. Was it Dunnigan that was next?
No,
not this game. Not this game.
Wow, we're gonna have a hell.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that game where he passes
2,000 yards,
3,000 yards in one game. I can't wait.
Yeah, Matt Dunnigan for the record is at 43,857. Flutie is at 41,355. Harris at 40,951. So
and
still 3,000 yards.
Overall is like 70,000, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Calvillo, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, we won't worry about that.
Hot take. Harris throws for 3,000 yards in one game.
I am here for that game.
I know.
Aren't we all?
That'd be a great game. I love it.
Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, we do have some quotes from Harris and some conversations he's had today. They asked Harris, "What have you seen that proves to you that Shamar Bridges is ready to play?"
Is that number one?
That is number one.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, you weren't ready for this?
No, I made an oops on my end over here. Give me 1 second.
Like a well-oiled machine.
It is.
Yeah, this is Friday.
Yeah. Read it again. Here we go.
Hey, is Shamar Bridges ready to play this week?
Assignment sound. I think maybe one time during the week where he didn't do the exact right thing that he was going to do, and that's including walkthroughs and all that. It's been very, very impressive. And I'm even talking like before we had practice, how we went out on the field together and went through one words, I went through concepts, I went through little things, and on the same page. And so very excited for him tomorrow. He's a tremendous football player, and he gets the opportunity to go out and show what he can do tomorrow. Couldn't be more excited for him. And is with a great group of receivers out there tomorrow, an offense, and a hungry bunch that gets to go out there tomorrow and try and prove our worth.
It's interesting that he's got a brand new receiver in his group, and he's already excited about him, right?
Brand new toy.
Brand new toy. Look at the shiny new truck I'm getting.
The shiny bauble.
Was Harris surprised that Bridges was ready to go this week?
Getting to know him. Now, if you would have said at the beginning of the week, this new guy's going to start for you, I'd have been like, there's no way. But once you get to talk to him, it didn't surprise me. Just with the type of guy he is, how detailed he was, how hard he worked, and the certain questions he was asking wasn't just like the surface level questions. You could tell he's played pro football, and but I've been in his shoes. When I got traded, I sat in quarantine for a couple days and in Montreal, and then they kind of like gave me a playbook. I didn't have a meeting. Went out and took reps in practice. And the first day, I was like, I haven't met with any coaches yet. Are you sure? That game week, I ended up playing, and so it's one of those things where pro football, it's your job. And there's no excuses to like, oh, he's only been here for this amount of days. If you're out there, you're expected to perform, and I know he will. And we've got the utmost confidence in him, and not only him, but everybody that we trot out there.
We had talked about it earlier in the show that one of the problems last week was some penalties, right? Your thoughts on the penalties last week, Danny?
Bad timing.
Extremely bad timing.
Is the first one that comes to mind. There's a couple that were like the one, the hands to the face one. I can't remember what. I think that was the run that brought back. Like, it's on the line. It's a penalty. But if it's on the line, his hand kind of slips up into the guy's face. The one Ford's definitely would have felt, even I thought at the time, a little bit of a pissed off kind of.
It was an angered defensive back taking it out on somebody.
Yeah. So that's, we got to get those under control, keep our emotions under control. But bad timing again, right? Like bad timing. We need to be more disciplined. We need to make sure. I mean, it's football. There's going to be penalties. Coming from a guy that spent more time in the penalty box than on the ice, I know which ones are bad penalties and which ones are good penalties. They know which ones are good penalties and which ones are bad penalties. They're professionals. They'll clean it up. I'm sure Mace had a long conversations with. I heard that closed meeting they had. I'm sure that was a major thing on the closed meeting. So,
and that was something Trevor Harris they talked about too. Has discipline been addressed this week? Colson, how are we fooling you today?
Penalties are a team thing, and that's something that we've tried to emphasize, but just to try and do the next right thing. No matter if you make a mistake, if you do something great, if you make the play you're supposed to, just do the next right thing. And, sometimes that's, giving a 5-yard halo. Sometimes it's, hey, staying through your block, and when the whistle sounds, stop. It's just little things like that. But championship caliber teams learn from the things, and I'm excited to see us learn from our mistakes.
It's important that they recognize it, but it's also important that they continue to talk about it so that it's constant in everybody's mind. We have to get better at certain things, and I think. But as Luc Mullinder said, we're 6-4.
Yeah, I know. But back to that healthy bullying. There's a good time. That's when the veterans should be sitting down with those guys and going, "Hey, yep, you screwed up here. We need to be better. We need to be cleaner. We need to be blah blah blah." Kind of helping that kind of stuff. But I mean, we're in Rider Nation. If we were 6-4, we'd be upset about it. If we were 4-4, we'd be upset about it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We want better, and then that's a good thing. It's back to that healthy bullying. We want, okay, we're good here. Let's get better.
Let's get better.
Like Luke said, let's try and have a run back. Let's try and fix some of these other things that are, back to the receivers like we were talking about earlier. Great time for these, other receivers to get a little better.
Yep.
Get a little better. When we get guys healthy back later in the season and we need those other receivers, they've had some experience.
It's interesting you bring up the receivers as we look at the depth chart for Saturday. Shamar Bridges is in. He's going to start a wide receiver. Keyshawn Johnson, Duncan Busby, and Mims will be the slot backs. And Weeb will be the wide receiver on the other side. DeJete will be backing him up. And Fletcher Jr. will also be a backup on the receivers. But I will imagine he's going to be doing the returns as well. Fletcher Jr. will be back there. So those are some of the changes on offense. Conley. I still think Conley's going to break out. We talked about your Taco Time hot takes. I really like this kid. I think he's going to do something really special in one of these games.
Agreed. He has been running well. We've been getting us the yards, getting us the chances here and there. I'm looking forward to him breaking one.
A different speed than A.J. Ouellette.
Different type of runner.
Type of runner, yeah. But again, I think it's really positive what he brings to the offense and what he's going to do. On defense, if you missed it earlier, Nelson Lecombo goes from originally halfback over to safety, now, or over to corner, now to safety. Burgess Jr. will start at the cornerback spot. That's the biggest change in the secondary with Jackson Ford out, the move around in the secondary. Otherwise, all starters are going across the rest of the defense. Nothing's changed on the special teams or the kicking team. Going to the sixth game, though, is Sam Emelis. That's a kick in the lower extremities. Feel bad for Samuel. He was having a great start to the season, and now he's been second bout on the sixth game.
Yeah. Do we know if it was a new injury or re-injured the old injury?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it matters at all. When we come back, we continue to want your Taco Time hot takes. Text them in on the Prairie Land text line. Feed us what you think is going to special happen.
Speaking of feeding us, bring us Mexi Fries.
Mexi Fries. If you're in the neighborhood and you got a couple plates of Mexi Fries, bring them in. Don't forget the hot sauce. When we come back in hour two, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. We got a NASCAR report. We're going to do the sprinkle of the day. We've got our clutch performer. We still want your go-to for karaoke.
We haven't really talked about that.
No, we haven't. After Mike Rose went to Careless Whisper by Wham last week, still blown away by that one.
You're a big Wham fan, eh?
I'm not. I'm not a big Wham fan. But
or George Michael on his own?
No, neither. Well, maybe in the day, but not anymore.
What about his Christmas album?
He had a Christmas album? Mm-hmm. Okay. Colson's giving us a switch. We got to go, kids. We'll be back after the news. This is the Sportscage on 620 CKRM.
Why test for asbestos? Because before 1990, asbestos was commonly used in more than 3,000 building materials and other products. Because when asbestos fibers become airborne, they get into the lungs and cause severe damage over time. Because asbestos exposure is the #1 cause of work-related deaths in Saskatchewan. Built before 1990? Test for asbestos. Start at worksafesask.ca.
For 70 years, Freeze-Tallman has been more than a building supplier. It's been part of the community. Family owned since 1956, Freeze-Tallman is proud to grow alongside the families, builders, and businesses they serve. This milestone is about more than time. It's about trust, hard work, and relationships built to last. Thank you for being part of the Freeze-Tallman story. Visit freeze-tallman.com. Freeze-Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
Getting in on more of the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Dude, I need a summer getaway.
Then catch the biggest wave of the summer at Affordable Trailer Sales.
Whoa!
From August 1st through 31st, score a $1,500 summer getaway sale credit on all remaining new 2026 units. Plus, a huge selection of used trailers, tons of floor plans, and new 2027 travel trailers starting at just $25,400 or only $109 bi-weekly. Trades are welcome. Start making summer memories today. Affordable Trailer Sales, Highway 1 West, South Service Road, affordabletrailersales.ca.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. Rent a water heater and water softener starting at about $1.20 a day and get $400 when you switch to Reliance Heath.
Tonight, the Blue Jays host the Seattle Mariners. That goes off at 5:15, so shortly we will pick that up on the TV. And then the CFL, Friday Night Football, Montreal is at the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And locally, Sunday, the Thunder will host the Edmonton Huskies. They go off at 1 o'clock at Leibel Field. That's your sports ticker for Reliance Heath Water Rental. We just about screwed that up. We're going to news.
620 CKRM, a Harvard media station. Broadcasting from Regina, around the world at 620CKRM.com.
News is brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. Call 781-2090.
It's a 4 p.m. Good afternoon. Partly cloudy and 29 degrees in Regina. I'm Will Manzik from the SAS Today newsroom with 620 CKRM News. Saskatchewan is projecting an $825 million deficit in its first quarter financial report. That's up $6 million from the spring budget projections. Increased oil revenues offset $337 million in expense pressures driven by healthcare and flood recovery. Finance Minister Jim Ryder says returning to balance still remains the goal.
We're in a situation like every other province in that there's a deficit. Ours is much more manageable than most of them. I'm a fiscal conservative. I want to get back to balance.
He adds key services like healthcare and education will remain fully funded. Regina's largest water infrastructure project in years has finished months ahead of schedule. The $170 million project began in 2023, and it includes the Red Bar Avenue pumping station, 2 reservoirs, and 8.4 kilometers of water supply main. The new foundation will also increase the city's capacity to serve another 310,000 people, while also allowing for future expansion. Mayor Chad Bashinsky says the project delivered some important financial and scheduling benefits.
This project was completed 3 months ahead of schedule. And although the final accounting is still being completed, the project is expected to come approximately $17 million under budget.
The city expects the new system to eventually support capacity for as many as 500,000 additional residents. Walk the Walk is returning to Casino Regina tonight. The event raises money for Lulu's Lodge, a transitional home for 2 LGBTQIA+ youth facing homelessness. Tyler Polloway, co-owner of Rooted Living Designs, is one of this year's performers and says the performers are getting plenty of help before they take the stage.
There's a lot of fun celebrities that will be paired with a drag mentor, and that drag mentor is going to help coach them, teach them, and choreograph a routine that the world will see.
The event also helps support housing, life skills training, and other services at Lulu's Lodge. And this was quite the bust inside the Saskatchewan Penitentiary. The Correctional Service of Canada says close to $150,000 worth of contraband and unauthorized items were seized earlier this week. Items included methamphetamine, cocaine, THC concentrate, tobacco, a cell phone and charger, a USB card reader, and rolling papers. The agency says security measures are being heightened to protect inmates, staff, and visitors. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sastoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
When summer heat hits, there's nothing worse than an air conditioner that can't keep up. Stay cool, comfortable, and ready for those hot Saskatchewan days with a new Bryant air conditioner from Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Bryant systems are built for reliable performance, energy efficiency, and lasting comfort, so you can keep your home cool all summer long. Call Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today for more information or visit broncoplumbing.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Weather for next-gen coatings, spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name, 1865 McCarra Street, Regina.
Weather today, it's been a high of 32. Beautiful day. Winds southeast 15 to 20. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 15. Chance of precipitation 20%. Saturday, partly sunny. They're saying there could be afternoon thunder showers. High of 29 for game day. Winds south 10 to 20. Saturday night, isolated evening showers and mainly clear. Winds pick up, gusting to 43, low of 14. Sunday, showers redevelop, isolated thunder showers, maybe heavy at times. Winds southeast 20 to 40, a high of 23. Monday, showers end, but partly sunny and a high of 21.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now Next Gen Coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back. It is Friday afternoon on the Sports Cage from the beautiful studio here in downtown Regina at the corner of Rose and 12th. And we've now all got our matching chapeaus on.
I feel like a part of the team now.
You are part of the team. You got a matching
part of the
hat.
Uniform. I got the hat, the chapeau.
Yeah. We all need Crofty electric shirts next time.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, there we go. Crofty electric shirts, CKRM hats. We're all ready to go next week. Hey, yesterday, Connor Hellebuck went public and said, I want out of Winnipeg. Trade me right now, coach. I expressed it yesterday, and I will express it to anybody who asks me. I have a problem with guys signing 8-year deals for $8 million, asking for max money, and then 2 years later going, no, I don't want to be here.
And no trade clause.
No trade clause, yeah.
Right. So that is... that's a player taking advantage of the situation, knowing that they need him more than he needs. They need him more than he needs them.
So he thinks
at the time, right? Yeah. And now he doesn't like the situation anymore, and he's like, "I want to get out of here."
Now I did read. First, I read that there was an 8-team limit, and then I did read again last night that there's no. He's open to whatever offer they get.
I think it's you got to convince me to come to you kind of thing. Is the way I read it. Is like let's throw out a team like say the Oilers. Yeah. And if the Oilers come to him and go, obviously we got to meet your contract, so we got to figure out that, make some cap space, that kind of thing. But if you can convince me that, because I think it is about winning, I'll give him. I do agree these whiny billionaires, millionaires wanting to get out of situations that they put themselves in. But I do believe it's because he wants to win, and he doesn't feel that Winnipeg is trending in the right direction to win. So I think, and if I was, a member of the Oilers, that's what I would be leading with Connor is, hey, we're on the cusp of winning. We're a D-man and a goalie short, and you would fill one of those. So, that's how I would lead, and I do believe that is what's gonna bring him somewhere.
I'm looking at the Oilers right now. Hang on the Puckpedia space.
How much cap they have?
Well, it's not much.
It's 1.9 or 1.6.
It's 1.9.
Yeah.
What's Tristan Jarry taking for? Because
that's the thing.
That's
right?
the guy that's got to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and then you're okay. First of all, too, the flip side of it, Winnipeg's not going to give him up for a bag of pucks and a third-round draft pick next year or something. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why he hasn't moved yet.
So they got to somebody has to give Winnipeg something too. Like that's the other side of the deal. I think Connor's obviously frustrated. That's why he's made it public. I think we all knew. Like I think we all. I thought we talked about this a month ago.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Right. So I think we all knew this was coming, and now he's getting frustrated, and the season's looming. So he wanted to push the needle a little bit, which is good. And maybe he's already talking to somebody, who knows? But I'm
sure his agent is.
Yeah. So he's trying to push Winnipeg to make a deal. But again, at the same time, Winnipeg has this asset now. They need to make sure they get at least something. I believe that they're not going to get something 100% comparable, because I just don't know that there's somebody that's going to trade something that comparable to Winnipeg in one player. I guess is what I mean. Maybe in 2 or 3, but I definitely hope Edmonton is doing everything they can to try and get him with McDavid and Draisaitl.
It would be an interesting move. I'm just looking up Tristan Jarry. Jerry's on for 5.375 for the next 2. So it's an interesting number.
So you said 5, so we got that's 7 right there.
That's 7 right there, right?
Roughly,
Yeah. It would be an interesting move if he went to Edmonton. It really would. I don't know that Cheveldayoff is going to give him up for Jerry. Maybe a first-round pick.
That's what I mean. They get Jerry, a first-rounder, and that bag of pucks.
If
good pucks, like the good Canadian pucks.
You don't want those made in Czechoslovakia ones.
Not those made in China's, those good Canadian rubber made in Canada.
Hey, those Czechoslovakia ones are hard to come by now. They don't make them anymore. That country doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
They were good pucks at the time. I'll get out of the part where I'm incredibly frustrated by the guy who signs $8 million deal and wants a commitment and then quits on the team. And I think if you're Winnipeg, you go, we probably knew this was going to happen regardless of how we signed this guy, just based on his age and where he was at, because he is 33 years old, so he's long in the tooth for, longish in the tooth.
Yeah,
he's not Trevor Harris age, but
I would say more. He's in the meat and potatoes of his career. Right?
Yeah, he's in the end of his career, without a doubt, right?
Well, he's not getting the sorbet out. He's not having dessert. He's in the middle. He's in the main course of his career.
So you talk about the Oilers, and I do think that's a great fit for the Oilers. I don't know what goes back or how it works, but Jerry'd have to be part of that. Where else? What other team do you see in the mix that is? And we're not even talking about what's his name, Dylan Larkin in Detroit and his pout session. What other team is in the mix?
Well, I think you got to look at Buffalo, Chicago. I don't know what their cap space is or what they have, but I think you got to look at somebody like here's one, and he's probably not listening, but our good buddy Curtis Brzezinski's favorite team, the Mammoth.
But the Mammoth got a good Finnish goaltender.
Yeah.
Velimaki, isn't that Velimaki?
Okay.
I don't know that I'd be giving up on him, and so does Buffalo. Buffalo's got another good young goaltender.
Oh, I'm kind of looking at it from a standpoint of these are teams that are on the cusp of maybe one or two little chess pieces away from making a good solid run, right? So. Okay. And I in my mind, I mean, what does Dan Croft know? But I truly believe that that's what Hellebuyck is looking for is to win, because he's got the money, right? He's got the money.
He's got 6 more years on that deal.
You are living in Winnipeg, so
yeah,
there is that. But
from a hockey standpoint, it's good. From a football standpoint, it's bad. Yeah.
Well, I think it's winning. I think he's looking to win. That's what it is.
So the Dylan Larkin deal, and he really painted Detroit into a corner. Gave him 3 teams. 2 said they weren't interested. Minnesota's now holding all the cards in that deal if that's the only place Larkin will go. Montreal has come out as a possible suitor. Detroit has a ton of cap space, an absolute ton of cap space. And by that I mean like $15 million.
Doesn't Montreal too?
Not a ton. Montreal's got some, but they don't have a ton. Montreal's got about 10, I think.
I'm seeing Detroit having projected cap space of $19.5 million.
So that's a big number. I don't see Larkin for Hellebuyck. I don't see that kind of a deal taking place. Although that'd be good for the Jets, other than you just brought another pouty player in. And call me names if you want out there, those of you who are listening. I do think he's pouting. He's got an $8 million deal that he signed, that he wanted from the organization, and now he's telling him he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I know. It's you're trying to feel bad for the guy, and it's like.
That's hard.
Yeah, I'm not making $8 million a year.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Colson over there. Yeah. I don't feel bad for those two.
Yeah.
It is Friday, and on Friday we have your Taco Time hot takes. There's a $50 gift card on the line. Colson is going to. What do you got? Tommy Steeland finally throws on third one and goes for a touchdown. Brad Cameron.
I like it.
Brad, I like it. I like it a lot. Right?
Yeah, we got to get him back in the end zone too.
Yeah,
he was held out last week.
Roscoe, they ran that play last week, and we've got some clip from Mace on that, on Daniel Johnson's catch. The offensive lineman could get a touchdown this week.
That's like I said, a big man score.
Yeah.
And we get a big man dance. That's the best part. Big man score, big man dance.
I love it. I love it, Roscoe. That's a good hot take. Mike in Speedy Creek. Harris is still inconsistent, but defensive special teams win the game. Don't tell me about Harris is getting old and slow. I don't buy into the Harris old and slow thing. He was never fast. He was never a speedy running guy. So, but yeah, I do agree that there could be something happen there. And Brandon from White City, my hot take is the game will be a real close call. Clouds will roll in. thunder, lightning, even hail delay. And after the delay, the fans who stuck around are treated to the Argos and the time difference really catching up, and the Riders stomp and win by 16.
Geez, that sounds familiar.
That does. Brandon, that is a hot, rainy take you've given us. Thank you very much. Hot take, I will win the gift card and take you guys out for Mexican fries.
Dylan, get down here.
Swing by, Dylan. Pick us up some fries. Love it. Love Dylan Tech. And we had one from Montana, didn't we? Where did our Montana guy go?
Right there. Didn't have a hot take. He said he had a fantasy football story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and he said he's got pheasants. That's what we asked him, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hard to text, long story, and he's got pheasants. Terry.
Nice.
We'll talk. We'll reach out to you after the show so we can find out where the pheasants are. Come down there and help you clean those things up for us. When we come back, we're gonna take a break shortly. I got one more question for you. When we come back, we're gonna have sprinkle of the day. So think about where you want to go with that. Prepare your sprinkle. Think about what we're going to talk about NASCAR, because we do have a NASCAR report coming up for Crofty Electric, of course.
Like it.
And Coulson, for the NASCAR report, can we have the prayer, because it's the final race of the regular season, as the intro?
I will source that.
What's that?
The Smoking Hot Wife one?
The Smoking Hot Wife one? Yeah. The Smoking Hot Wife prayer. And as well, we've got our clutch performers. We need that from you. And we've got a lot of Pats audio coming up here as they have opened training camp. They're on day 2 over at the Brandt Center. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sportscage on 620 CKRM.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
What's going on in the markets? When is the right time to invest? What should you do with your money today? When Linda had questions, she talked to Brian Golly.
He's always well prepared and has answers for us. We take it as gospel, and he's led us down the right path so far.
You don't have to plan your financial future alone. Call Brian Golly of Smart Investing Solutions. 306-546-2533.
We would recommend Brian anytime, and we would recommend him to anybody.
Have you seen the patio at Pump Jack's Cathedral?
Seen it? I've practically moved in.
Do they at least charge you rent?
Only if I stop ordering food.
I don't blame you. Great food, daily food and drink specials.
30 beers on tap, including local favorites.
And there's no better place to catch the game with friends.
So what are we waiting for?
I'm waiting for this conversation to be over. Let's go.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
What's the deal with carpet? You vacuum it every week, and it still acts like it's collecting evidence.
No matter what flooring you need, the experienced local team at Flooring Superstore can help you find the right fit for your home and your budget. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, artificial turf, floors for gyms, they've got it all.
You know, that's actually a really good deal.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor covering at the best price. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Thinking about tackling your own landscape project this year, but not totally sure where to start? Hi, I'm Sean from the Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop. We work with DIY homeowners every day, helping you figure out what to use, how it all goes together, and how to avoid the stuff that can trip you up. Whether it's a patio, artificial turf, sprinklers, or adding some lighting, we'll help you make the right calls. Let's build a plan together. Great projects start at the shovel. The Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop. 2 green thumbs up.
The Sportscage NASCAR Report, where rubbin' is racing, is brought to you by Crofty Electric. Almost 29 years of trusted, reliable home, farm, and commercial service for all electrical needs. CroftyElectric.com and all socials.
Thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords, and most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa. My 2 children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
That's a church I could go to right there. That's a guy I could go see every Sunday. As you may or may not know this, every NASCAR race they have a prayer before it. It's a different pastor or somebody that gives the race the prayer before the vocation. What do they call it? The vindication? Vocation. Vocation. Thank you. I'm up in my religious talk before each race, and that's one of the favorites of all time. That one. New Hampshire was a challenge for the weather and all other racing events. A bunch of cautions with wet track and tire changes. Ryan Blaney wasn't bothered by any of it. All the other challenges of the New Hampshire track. Starting with the rain tires, means they have some track on the tires before they go to slicks, but they changed to slicks by the end of the race. Bubba Wallace was the biggest challenger of the day. In fact, it was on the Blaney bumper with under 10 to go, but couldn't close the gap and pass Blaney. If you're watching the race, you can listen to the conversations between drivers and their teams. Blaney was not polite in asking lap traffic to get the heck out of the way as he was trying to hang on to first place. For Blaney and Team Penske, it was the 3rd win of the season, moving them into 3rd for wins this year behind Reddick's 5 and Hamlin's 4. The standings didn't change much, but Blaney did move up to now 77 points behind Hamlin with one final race to go before the playoffs start. There were no major changes in the top 16. Van Gisbergen, who holds the last spot now, only has a 31-point lead on Ryan Preece. This week, we go to Daytona Motor Speedway, and if there's one track that is a big gamble, this is it. 2.5 miles, 100 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour, sorry. This is an amazing race if you want to watch your first NASCAR race of the year. Priest needing 31 into the playoffs. Look for him to push the limits on Saturday night. And Van Gisbergen doing everything he can to stay in front of him.
They've also reduced the horsepower and reduced the wing on the back to give them less drag, but reduce the horsepower to try and even it out.
To balance that somehow?
Yeah, they're trying to make it less aero. So they're the aero bubble, they call it. When 2 cars come up on 2 other cars, is like an aero bubble that slows the other ones down.
Yep.
So they're trying to reduce that by reducing the spoiler. So it'll be interesting because none of them know really what's going to happen.
How the cars are going to react or what's going to take place.
So it'll be a good one.
Now, we got one race left in the regular season, Daytona, obviously the Coke 400 that's going to go on there. But NASCAR's changed the playoff format from what they've done in the past.
Yes. So the past couple of years, they had a 10-race format for the playoffs, a chase, 3 race segments, so 3 in the last race being 10. At every 3 races, they would eliminate 4 drivers, right? And they had kind of what was called
like a quarterfinal, semifinal, final sort of thing, right?
And they had kind of what it was called a win and you're in situation. So you win in this segment, you get automatically put in the next segment. They've taken all that away. So everybody, all 16 drivers that make the chase are right through to the end. Now, it's points all the way through. So and wins are very important. You get a big boost in the points to win. So wins are still very, very important. But, you have a little stumble in segment 1 or 2.
You're not eliminated anymore.
Yeah, you can still come back. So it's kind of an interesting change. I kind of like the bracket format or dropping teams out format. But I kind of want to see what this is going to be like too, because this will be very interesting.
Now, one of the reasons they went to the bracket format is in the past, somebody could have been so far ahead in the playoff chase that they didn't even need to run the last 2 or 3 races. They just needed to finish, right?
I was at one of those races where the winner of the championship was way back in the pack.
And it didn't matter.
And it didn't matter. He just had to be ahead of one guy, or he didn't even have to be ahead of it. He just had to get so many points. So he just had to be in the middle of the pack. Right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, other drivers are staying away from him like he's bubble wrapped because they don't want to be the guy that takes out the champion, right? So it was a very and so that they changed that to try and keep the races lively and so I think this will do it as well, because now wins are still part. It's like a win. I think you get like 50 points compared to the next second will be like 43.
Okay.
Right? So it's a big bump. So it's a way to, if you're a little behind, wins are going to be important to catch up.
Yeah.
Right? So,
You and I have been to a final race of the season.
Yep.
We went to Phoenix. The 4 drivers that were in the mix, one of them didn't win. Somebody who wasn't even in the playoff hunt won that race. But those 4 guys were really the only 4 racing that day, which kind of took some of the fun out of going to the track.
yeah, to be clear, everybody else was racing, but they were the only 4 of interest. Right? So, yeah, and the leader. So there have been 5 guys. The guy that was actually won the race, which I think was Blaney, wasn't it?
Was Chastain?
Maybe it was Chastain.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're right. So now we're going that all 16. I mean, mathematically, some of those guys will still be eliminated by that race, anyways.
Yeah.
Like some of those guys will be so far back it won't matter, anyways. But at least you might have, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, depending on how it goes. And to be honest, like if the competition is so tight this year, you could have 10, 12. You could have. There's no way all 16 are going to have a
shot at winning on the last race. Yeah.
You stumble in the first race, somebody else stumbles in the second, blah, 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 everybody, but we all have good races going forward.
So now the points from the stages right through to finishing the race, they're all going to be so important through this playoff mix for all 16 drivers.
Exactly. Now, the season champion will get a boost of, I think I had it written down here somewhere, it's like 50 points going in. So they tried to focus on that. Obviously, you still want to be the season champion so that you go into the playoffs kind of like home field advantage, right? You have a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of advantage to make all that hard work you did during the season important as well. So.
And right now, that would be Denny Hamlin with the season advantage holding down the track number 1 spot. There we go. The NASCAR report for Crofty Electric. What are we doing right now, Crofty Electric? What's hot? What's going on? Light bulbs? What do we got?
Honestly, right now, yeah, we're busy. Everything's good. We're looking for staff. Come work with us. Come join the team. Come be part of the family. We really like to say that work-life balance is important. We have the best trained, best electricians in Regina and area. I truly believe that. Come join us. If you're you're working, maybe you're a 2-man shop or a 1-man shop working for yourself and you're tired of doing paperwork at night and missing the wife and the kids and missing ball practice and hockey coming up, come work for us. We'll take care of the paperwork. All you have to do is work your 8 or 10 hours a day and go home to your wife.
Don't lick the red wire. That's what you always tell me. Don't lick the red wire.
I tell you to rig.
Okay.
And hold the green one.
Now, you've also got a tip for Colson because Colson's just taking possession of a new house. When does that happen? Colson.
That happens next week.
Next week?
Yeah, I'm going to be off Thursday. I'm going to be off a few days next week.
So listen, got married, had a baby, bought a new house, all within.
Okay, they got married we're coming up 2.5 years ago now.
Okay,
so that's a bit of.
Seems like yesterday to me, but who am I to judge? Yeah.
Were you at the wedding?
No. Oh. No. Good move by Colson. No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, we got a GFI we got to look at, and
yeah, we got the GFI, and then I've got the sunroom in the back. There's a open, what is it called, junction box? Yeah, that's just open there. The wires are kept, but I'm kind of like, I would like to know what's going on with that. It's probably all good, but even just tracking back to where it is in the fuse box, stuff like that. Hopefully it's labeled, and then it's really easy for us. But yeah, there's a few things, right, where you just want to get them checked up, right?
We'll get a little 6-pack ice cold Molson products, and he'll come over and take a look at those 2 things. Sharky, will be my apprentice. I'll show you why you don't lick the red wire on Sharky.
There we go. Yeah, those are the 2 things I can see. You'll probably spot a couple more.
No problem.
Yeah, I just hold the beer cold. So for the record, I don't even bring tools. There's nothing that I do.
He misses most of the safety meetings.
That's right. Miss all
Don't even trust you with the flashlight?
No, I can hold the flashlight. Yeah, I can hold the flashlight. I get yelled at a lot, but I can hold the flashlight. There you go. There's not only the NASCAR report for Crofty Electric, there's some safety tips from Crofty Electric, and there's how to fix your home from Crofty Electric. So thanks, Danny, very much for that. By the way, tonight, Kings Park Speedway, 7 o'clock. And now I'm not sure exactly the race tonight, but I know they're in kind of their final weekend of the year.
It's not their enduro, is it? Their rolling enduro. What do they call that?
What do we got? Have we figured that out? I'm getting text from the 15-year-old nephew to attend. So
that'd be a good time.
Yeah, not the race or the 15-year-old nephew being the texter. Where are you going with this?
The race. I don't know where you're going.
I don't want all his texts coming through.
No, I haven't been to a race at Kings Park this year. They have a good facility out there.
Do they?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's season finale weekend, so 7 p.m. tonight. then the season points finale is on Sunday
There
at
you
2
go.
p.m.
So if you're looking for a race closer to home, Kings Park Speedway tonight and Sunday for 2 races. We're still waiting for some Taco Time hot takes. We've got a couple of dandies out there. We really do. Tommy Stevens throws. We got the lineman scoring, right?
And other than Dylan from Saskatoon, who's, I'm assuming, driving down with those Mexi fries.
Right now on the road with
On the
Mexi
road.
fries. Actually, Dylan, I would prefer you pick them up here. I'd like them a little hotter than you bring them.
He has to win the gift card first, too.
Well, no, he can buy a couple batches and just bring them down. Then we'll
Dylan.
give him the gift card after.
Dylan, if you show up with Mexi fries, I can kind of guarantee you're going to be close.
You'll be in the running.
You'll be in the running. You'll be in the mix. We're also looking for your hot takes on what is your karaoke song.
All right, well, I'm going to stick on the same motif I was on earlier.
Okay.
But now go
Duets?
Christmas. Kenny and Dolly, Hard Candy Christmas.
You like it?
That's Barney's favorite.
Yeah, it's a great song. Or is it Hard Candy that's the duet with Kenny and Dolly? But I'm pretty sure it is. Dolly's awesome. And Kenny, Gambler.
Gambler, right? Coward of the County.
Coward of the County.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah. Lucille. I mean, I'm not lying to you. For a long time as a kid, I thought that he picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel.
Well, didn't that used to be like you finally leave me a loose wheel?
Yeah.
Something about going down the hill. I thought there was like one of those like nursery rhyme kind of things that kids do.
Could have been. Yeah.
Leave me loose wheel.
Yeah. So there's some highlights for you. But
what's yours? You haven't said yours.
I do like Friends in Low Places because you don't really have to be able to sing to do it.
The whole bar is going to take off of that one.
That's right. Everybody sings along with you. That's a good one. I'm not that good a singer.
Oh, we know. We know. Because your face looks like a sewing machine doesn't make you a singer.
There you go. Quote of the day. Okay, now we got to go to Sports Select. Are we ready to do that? Colson, I don't want to surprise you anymore.
You're not surprising me, though.
Okay.
Sports Select is surprising us. The NASCAR futures are not available anymore.
The NASCAR futures are gone.
Yeah. Look, I'll bring them up here. They are saying just straight up unavailable, so can't look at those. I've looked across a bunch of different devices. I don't know why, but
they're already stroked out Coke Zero and everything.
Yeah, they might be just refreshing them on the back end or something. I don't know. So, guess we're looking at CFL today.
CFL,
sure.
Yeah.
Montreal and Winnipeg. Montreal by 7.
I don't know who.
I'd take that.
Montreal.
Yeah.
By 7.
By 7. I'd take that.
180
on the spread. Yeah. I'd take that.
Yeah.
Now Hamilton and Calgary is even more interesting because Vernon Adams is out. He's been put on the one game.
So you're telling me under?
I'm telling you under. But for the win, that's a tie. I'll take tie in the Hamilton Calgary game. Are you writing these down, Colson?
I'm marking them on here.
Okay, good catch.
Why don't we just have some slips in here?
You can do it on your phone. That's the cool thing about Sports Select. You can do it right on your phone. You create
I'm a paper and pen guy.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm surprised it's not a stone tablet and a chisel.
Hey.
But you can do it right on your phone. You get a QR code. You walk into the thing, beep, and they give you a ticket.
Yeah.
It's cool. Make sure you make the beep noise, though.
You have to make the beep noise?
You have to make the beep noise. Okay. Toronto's here against the Riders, 62.5. I think that's light. I do. It's big, but I think it's light. Riders are 4.5-point favorites. I'd take Toronto for the 4.5.
To cover?
Yeah.
But the Riders to win?
The cover and the over.
Cover and the over.
Cover and the over.
All right.
And then we got North Carolina TCU. I have no idea what to do with that. And NCAA football. Yeah. Detroit at Colts. I don't bet NFL preseason. It's risky enough as it is.
Oh.
And BC Lions at Ottawa Red Blacks. Take the Lions. Take the 7. I don't know about the over. I would assume that Ottawa would get some points.
BC scores 50 and they score 10.
I don't see them getting 10. I don't. Don't take the tie.
They had like 16 the other day against Montreal.
Yeah, and they get scored 46 against.
Yeah, they still got the 16.
Yeah.
46, 50, 62. No, go the under. Yeah.
Okay.
Sports Select. where every bet is legal. You can get the QR code on your phone, go right to a Sports Select retailer. They'll scan it, and it'll go beep, and then you get a ticket.
I like it when it goes, woohoo!
That is good when it goes, woohoo! That is very good.
Dylan in Saskatoon wants to know if he could just order it up for us.
Oh, like skip the dishes situation.
Exactly.
Dylan, yeah, we've had filet of fish delivered here before. That was awful, but I hope the Mexi fries are better. Yeah.
Mexi fries will be better. This will be the best.
Corner of Rose and 12th.
Yeah,
1900 Rose.
1900 Rose. There you go. Appreciate that, Dylan, if that took place. Go Saskatoon. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got some Pats news, some Pats audio, as they're in day 2 of training camp, plus some rider audio as we prepare for tomorrow against the Toronto Argonauts. This is Sportscage on 620 CKRM.
Great coaches make great calls. And at home, you're in control of the game. Add SaskTel TV to your lineup and enjoy popular channels, including sports in stunning 4K for as low as $40 a month. So, what do you say, Coach? Ready to add in the difference maker? Visit SaskTel.com/make-the-call to learn more. Conditions apply.
Make this the summer you finally hit the road. During the Summer Getaway Sale, August 1st through 31st, get a $1,500 Summer Getaway credit on all remaining new 2026 units. Shop a large selection of quality used trailers. Choose from a wide variety of floor plans. Or check out new 2027 travel trailers starting at just $25,400 or $109 bi-weekly. Trades are welcome. Start making summer memories today. Affordable Trailer Sales, Highway 1 West, South Service Road. AffordableTrailerSales.ca.
Why test for asbestos? Because before 1990, asbestos was commonly used in more than 3,000 building materials and other products. Because when asbestos fibers become airborne, they get into the lungs and cause severe damage over time. Because asbestos exposure is the #1 cause of work-related deaths in Saskatchewan. Built before 1990? Test for asbestos. Start at WorksafeSask.ca.
Getting in on more of the sports action you want is as easy as playing at SportsSelect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca.
The Sportscage Clutch Performer for Keln Solar. Thinking about saving money by using solar power? Keln Solar is a local family company that can put solar panels on your home, business, or farm. KelnSolar.com.
Clutch Performer for Keln Solar. We're going to go around the horn. Crofty, you've got a nice one. You start off for us today.
I want the Clutch Performer, the farmers that are all out there starting harvest, and they'll be spending some long hours in the combines. Get some sleep when you can right now, because you'll be putting some hours in, and hopefully get some good yields out there.
And to the families that are bringing them out lunch, and there's nothing better than an evening dinner on the tailgate.
I love the pie plate, the metal pie plate, and eating out of that. Yeah.
My aunt used to bring out canned chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that was good. Yeah, love that on the tailgate.
Grandpa always had sun tea, so he'd have a mason jar of just tea bags, and they would just sit in the sun during the day, and he'd sip on it all day long.
Nice.
There you go.
Colson, what do you got? What do you got for Clutch Performer?
I'm going to the world of disc golf.
Oh, I thought you were going to say disco.
No, disc golf. So the Disc Golf Pro Tour World Championship is on right now. And
okay, time out. That's a thing?
That is a thing. Yeah. Yep, it's a very serious thing.
Oh.
And Gannon Burr here, this was yesterday in round 2. Just starting round 2 on the first hole. 528-foot ace.
Yards or feet?
It's got a single comma, so feet. 528
What?
feet.
You went like
That's gotta be
around the
yards.
tree. Do you see that?
Yeah.
They went around the tree.
Okay,
500 yards would be a long way.
Like around, not the tree, but the bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, 528 yards, that's just over 5 football fields, so I don't think it's yards. It's got to be feet.
Got to be
but
feet.
still, yeah. It's one thing to do it straight and narrow. It's another thing to get a nice big curve
Yeah.
around the tree. So, yeah, that's...
Even
Fit on.
500, you can't throw 500 feet.
I can't throw a fit.
Not true. Well, no,
Yeah.
I've seen you throw a couple.
Yeah, I can throw a fit, but that's about as far as I can throw. That is impressive. Nice work by him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can he even see the hole?
No. He's guessing. That is if you're watching the stream,
Yeah.
that's a great image on the stream of him
Yeah.
throwing it at that
A little.
nice work.
I think they call it a basket. That's where they
Okay,
aiming
that's what
for.
they call it,
A
basket.
little left to right curve, and interesting motion. He didn't throw like the old, like I'd throw a frisbee or a disc. He kind of uses the outside kind of, right? Maybe
Yeah.
that's how he gets his outside curve.
There's a bunch of techniques and stuff for it. I have a couple friends that are really into it. So one of them who was actually almost, he was getting high up in the amateur ranks, almost got into the pro ranks.
For
Cool.
frisbee.
Disc golf.
No, it's frisbee.
No,
No,
that's disc golf because they're throwing into the basket. Frisbee is when there's people on a football field catching it.
Yeah, so
They are two different things.
that's frisbee, like frisbee football, frisbee. What do they call that? Frisbee.
Ultimate frisbee?
Ultimate frisbee. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I knew was a thing.
My clutch performer, slightly different, but it is a good one. The Regina Thunder, 3-0 in the league and number 2 in the country. Nice. So the Thunder and Scott McCauley doing a great job. They host the Edmonton Huskies 1 o'clock Sunday at Live Oak Field. So congratulations to them for off to a great start and being number 2 in the country. Clutch Performer.
Good tickets still available?
Good seats are still available. Clutch Performer brought to you by Kellen Solar. If you need solar for the livestock operation or for anything else you got going on this fall, reach out to Kellen Solar, family business, looking forward to helping you across the province. We've also got now, the Pats have started training camp, right? They got a lot going on over there. We got a new coach this year, Coach Dave Bell. And of course, we got a very exciting year coming up with Maddox Schultz and Liam Pugh in the mix, and some veterans that are coming back. If you don't have Pats tickets, if you haven't looked at the schedule and said, I'm going to be there, you might be making a mistake because I think this could be a big year for the organization. But Coach Bell, what's it like seeing more players with junior experience?
Just a little bit more composure, their ability to, handle pucks in pressure, handle pucks in traffic. But you know what? They're all coming in pretty good. Even these kids coming out of like their U17 and U16 teams, I look down at my sheet and that's pretty composed play by guys. So players are getting better all the time. So, but to see them handle pucks in traffic is probably the biggest difference for guys that have played up and against bigger guys.
Maddox Schultz has had one heck of a career for a kid that's just 16. He's won a national championship. He's the first pick overall in the Western Hockey League. He's now gone to the Hlinka and won that. Maddox Schultz, what's your off season been like?
Yeah, it's been so fun. Obviously, coming off a bronze medal with the Pac Canadians was, not really a heartbreak, but obviously we wanted gold. But it was a good summer after that. I was training hard and been in the gym, 4 or 5 times a week and shooting pucks here in the city and just to gear up for that Hlinka tournament. And yeah, it was so fun just winning gold at home and with that many fans in attendance to support you was amazing. And obviously to win gold was a dream come true. And then leading into this camp, I'm super excited.
As you may or may not know, NHL great Brian Trottier from Val-Marie, Saskatchewan, his youngest, Parker Trottier, has joined the Pats.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I did not know.
Yes. So Parker Trottier has joined the Regina Pats, and they got a chance to ask him what it's like to get ready to play in Regina.
It's amazing. Obviously, I've been watching Regina ever since I got drafted here. Some of the guys that I knew were like Schultz and Pugh. I think they've been good. Guys that have been here already, and they showed they kind of just they like to highlight reel. I guess I don't know. They like to score goals and do stuff like that. But Schultz and Pugh are guys that I've seen throughout these years that I kind of want to play with.
And finally, the Pats do have some veterans coming back, and one of them is Zach Lansard. Zach had a pretty good year last year, and he's asked, are the Pats ready to improve on last season?
Yeah, no, absolutely. From last year, we made the playoffs, and a lot of guys had never had playoff experience, and including myself, and that was some of the best, funnest hockey I've ever played, and I think everyone else on this team wants to do that again and wants to go further, and coming back in the last few days here, everyone's got that chip on their shoulder and that extra edge, and everyone wants to get back there and play there. So it's gonna be a long road, but I'm excited.
I've got Pats season tickets. I'm excited more than I've ever been for a Pats season in a long time. Not only Schultz and Pugh, but like the rest of this organization, new coach and Dave Bell. Your thoughts on what you see from this organization going forward?
I too have tickets. I liked. It was another clip that they played this morning on CKRM about how the coach talked about everybody. He's looking at them with fresh eyes from 1 to 13. Nobody has a spot yet. Nobody is number one. Nobody. I kind of like that. With all of the stuff going on around the team, about everybody knows about how good these two guys are going to be. So, but to kind of be like, hey, but we're still going to make sure we place everybody in the right spot, and we're going to make the lines like there's no preconceived whatever's going to happen here. So I like that kind of fresh eyes look.
I like it. I also want to give a shout out to Mr. Semple, the owner of the Pats, and his change to the ticketing and what he's done for ticket prices for kids and families to get to games, and what he's going to do just for food and bev in there. I'm excited about that, and hopefully there's some new options and some new flavors.
No, me too. And I think it was it might have been on the Sportscage, one of his interviews with you guys. He talked about having control of that food and beverage side of it, what it can do for the rest of the experience of coming to the Pats game. And that's important. And especially, this year is going to be really good because we've got some good players and we should be competitive and blah, blah, blah. But, the last couple of years when they weren't so competitive, it probably would have been nice to be able to, give away some free hot dogs and, give some guys, give some people.
A plate of nachos are coming your way.
And give the tickets away to some kids and I like what he's, we've all been there to different stadiums and rinks and arenas. It's better when it's full. Even when the team's losing, it's better when it's full. Yeah. Right? There's more excitement. Even they score one goal, there's a chance. All of a sudden the place erupts. But, a terrible team goes on a 5-game winning streak and scoring all these goals and nobody's in the arena. It's just not the same.
It's not the same. So, Pats, there's something to look forward to this year. There's no doubt about that. And if you're thinking about getting your Pats tickets, I'd jump all over that. I haven't talked about this yet, and I know it's been out for over a week. But a good friend of ours, Darren McKechnie, has signed on with the Moose Jaw Warriors as an assistant coach.
Yes, I did hear that. And good for Keck.
It's good for Keck. It disappoints me a little because he's a heck of a pheasant hunter and nice to have along and a good shoot. Good dog, too. Yeah.
He's a good guy to have along. I like Keck a lot. Neighbor.
Yeah.
Good for him. Congratulations. I haven't run into him since I heard the news, so that's awesome.
Yeah, he's been back and forth to Moose Jaw quite a bit. I talked to him the other day. He's just on and off the ice constantly, and so I wish Keck nothing but success with the Warriors, other than when you play the Pats. So,
wow, exactly.
We got to say that.
And he's such I'm sure he was in that rink as soon as he signed that thing. How invigorated he is towards the
little general. Little general would have been in there right away. Yeah. Hey, as every Rider home game, or every Rider game, I should say, not home game, we have Behind the Mask with Barney. He does a special interview, brings out a rider, and gets a little more detail into that particular. We've got a few snippets as he chats with Andrew Harris.
Okay, you've now lived on both sides of this rivalry. I know Labor Day is a week away, but Winnipeg and Regina. What do you say to people, of a guy that's lived in both places? Can we all just get along, kind of thing, or is the rivalry a good thing?
Rivalry is beautiful. It's amazing. I think some people take it a little too far, but there's a substantial. Everyone thinks, oh yeah, at the end of the day they hate each other because we're still the same, but there's a big difference between a Regina and a Winnipegger. Regina Knight, or what do you got? Regina? I don't know. Regina and a Winnipegger. Yeah. Or just even the culture within living in the two different places. Yeah. Both are enjoyable. Both places I love being in both. But the game itself is electric and great to be a part of.
There we go. There's a snippet for Behind the Mask with Barney Shinkruk. A teaser, isn't that what he calls it?
Exactly.
That's right. Barney's teaser for his interview with Andrew Harris before the game tomorrow. What else did I have on my checklist to do today? Sports Select, NASCAR, Pats. Oh, we get some rider audio. There's some interviews we haven't covered with the riders. Yeah, I know. Finely oiled machine here on Friday afternoon.
Not enough O's and smooth.
Yeah, not enough O's and smooth. We talked about this guy earlier, Quail Connolly, how exciting he's been and what he can do for the Riders. Colson says we're ready to go. We got a great interview with Quail Connolly.
Quali Conley, your taste of Canadian football continues to grow with more and more opportunities. Take me through the film that you've been watching of yourself and what you see so far in your game.
I felt like over the past couple of weeks, I felt like I've grown as a running back in this league, but I feel like it's a lot more for me to grow in.
You talked to me beforehand about no block, no rock. So how has the blocking game developed in your eyes?
Pretty good. I feel like my technique can get a little better, but there's still room to improve.
Tell me about the running game and how important it is to this team, because the numbers are off the chart in favor when you are efficient in running the football.
I mean, run the ball, open up the pass game. So just make sure when we do run the ball, it's efficient and to open up the pass.
Can you tell me how important it is to you to see improvement in yourself week over week as well as the teammates around you? Obviously, that's something that everybody wants.
Yeah. I think it just gives me more confidence in myself and also the O-line. I feel like me knowing I could make those runs, putting more confidence to myself and for my teammates, putting more trust into me running the ball.
When you talk to your teammates and some of those players that have got more veteran experience, they talk about how the game slows down for them. Is it slowing down for you?
Oh, yes, it is slowing down for me, but at moments it's also moving a lot fast. So just trying to make everything slow down.
Has your preparation changed week over week, maybe from something that you did in your past before arriving into Saskatchewan to where you are now?
Yeah, just studying more defense because, it's different coverages because there's more people on the field. So just making sure I'm locked in on the defense, the DBs, linebackers, and all that.
And I was going to ask then, is your preparation more as to who you're facing in an individual that you're up against, or is it the scheme that you're facing?
It's more of kind of both, but ultimately I feel like it's the individual because at any given moment it's one-on-one with me or one of the defenders. So I feel like I have to study film on how they tackle and what they do to tackle.
One of the things A.J. Ouellette talked to us about was how the relationship with him and the offensive line has grown over time. And I see you in practice, even in games, how you're talking and communicating with the offensive line. How is that relationship going?
It's going pretty good. O-line and the running backs are close and just cracking jokes, making sure they have their trust in us and we have trust in them. So they know we trust in them to block and
Tell me about the mood around this team right now. It seemed like there was some frustration that crept in after the game in BC.
I mean, we lost, so that's why some people might be down. But at the end of the day, next week we go 1-0, and just everybody loses. You can't be perfect, so just don't have 3 losses back to back.
How big is it to turn it around then right away this week?
That's huge. I feel like our preparation this week has been big. I feel like we locked in on the little details, and I feel like we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot, and I feel like we'll be good.
Quali, 2 more questions for you. When you had that touchdown run that came back because of penalty, at what point did you know it was coming back? Because you were flying.
Oh, yes. I think when I scored, I fell. I got back up. I saw the flag, and I already knew it because nobody was running up to celebrate. I'm like, oh, dang. But, yeah, when I saw the flag, I knew it was against us.
Lastly, so you make that big catch reception. Daniel Johnson makes a pretty big catch reception. What was it like for you when the big man caught that pass? Because he did not break a smile at all.
Yeah, I was excited. I like seeing big men run the ball because they just give us juice. So hopefully this week he catch another ball. So everybody be juiced.
Look at you now becoming offensive coordinator. Quali, I appreciate your time. Great to see you smiling. All the best this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The original 620 CKRM Country Cookouts are back for the harvest season. As you and the crew take a break from taking crop off the field, we'll fill you up with a delicious meal from Nikki's Cafe and Catering. We'll also bring you prizes and live entertainment. Keep it on CKRM for the dinner bell cue to call, and you could be one of our lucky 8 Fall Country Cookout winners. 620 CKRM's Country Cookouts for
Municipal Hail Insurance, International Rural Exchange Canada, Original 16, Last Mountain Distillery, and Nikki's Cafe and Catering.
Great coaches make great calls. And at home, you're in control of the game. Add SaskTel TV to your lineup and enjoy popular channels, including sports in stunning 4K for as low as $40 a month. So, what do you say, Coach? Ready to add in the difference maker? Visit SaskTel.com/make the call to learn more. Conditions apply.
Some people admire abstract art, but we'd rather admire abstract pizza. A masterpiece of pepperoni, smoky ham, crispy bacon, bubbling melty cheese, every slice a work of delicious perfection. And if your masterpiece needs a supporting cast, add tender ribs, hearty lasagna, or mouth-watering souvlaki on the side.
Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today.
And get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
4 home games, 1 season ticket, and brand new perks for Rams fans. Regina Rams season tickets are on sale now, giving you admission to every home game. Season ticket holders receive early entry at Leibel Field to find their perfect spot, plus access to a dedicated season ticket entrance at Mosaic Stadium for faster entry. With giveaways, prizes, and fun activities, come support the student athletes who proudly represent Regina in the classroom and on the field. Get your season tickets today at cougarsandrams.com/tickets.
Getting in on more of the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local lotto spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Make this the summer you finally hit the road. During the Summer Getaway Sale, August 1st through 31st, get a $1,500 Summer Getaway credit on all remaining new 2026 units. Shop a large selection of quality used trailers. Choose from a wide variety of floor plans. Or check out new 2027 travel trailers starting at just $25,400 or $109 bi-weekly. Trades are welcome. Start making summer memories today. Affordable Trailer Sales, Highway 1 West, South Service Road. AffordableTrailersales.ca.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sport, 1425 McIntyre Street, the Cooperator Center, Moose Jaw Temple Garden Center, and online at extremehockey.net.
Sports Ticker today. Jays are hosting the Mariners at 5:15. How close are we? We're 20 minutes away from that. Start at Rogers. What do they call the place where the Jays play? Not Skydome anymore, is it?
Is it Rogers Center?
Is it Rogers Center? I don't know. Sure. Montreal's in Winnipeg. Princess Auto Stadium, I believe that is. No, or is that IG Wealth? No, that's what it was. Boy, are we good at this, right? Also tonight at Kings Park Speedway, the Enduro race starts at 7 o'clock. So if you're looking for a little race car action, head out to Kings Park for 7 o'clock. And on Sunday, the number 2 in the country, Thunder, host the Huskies, who are number 10 in the nation, 1 o'clock at Leibel Field. We got a few more hot takes on Taco Time Hot Take Friday. What do we got here? Sammy? No, who's that? Jeremy. The punter runs it in for a 50-yard touchdown. That's a crazy take, but I like where you're going. I like it. Bridges 2 touchdown. Travis from Maringo.
Maringo.
Hey, Travis, what's the licensed beverage room like in Maringo? It sounds like a place we should visit.
For some pina coladas.
Yeah, I like it. Terry in Montana, hot take. Luke overdoes his draft tonight, strains his vocal cords, and is on the IR for tomorrow's broadcast.
Oh, who's getting tapped in, Sharky?
No, they're not coming to me as a backup for that. Hey, Terry, that's a great hot take on Luke.
Terry in Montana.
Yeah, Big Sky Country. Is that what we got? That's all we got for now.
We have Sammy in the combine.
Yeah, where'd Sammy go in the combine? Sammy, what are you doing in the combine?
What are you taking off, Sammy?
Yeah.
Looks like wheat.
Does it?
No, it's hard to tell. No.
It could be peas.
No,
lentils. It's hard to tell from the picture.
Yeah, text us what you're taking off. I love the rider flag, by the way.
Everybody should have a rider flag, especially if you're driving a John Deere combine. Get your rider flag out there. Yeah. So there we go. That is the sports ticker for Extreme Hockey. If you're getting your kids ready for the season, you want to check their gear, take in the stuff they got. They'll tell you what fits and what you need to change. Barney needs a bigger pair of pants. He said he needs to go see them. XL is what Barney's looking for.
Just regular pants or hockey pants?
Hockey pants. Well, it might be regular pants too. Who knows? Hey, it is 5 o'clock. It is time for the news. This is the Sportscage on 620 CKRM.
This is 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station. Available everywhere in high-res audio with the CKRM app.
The news is brought to you by Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of Saskatchewan's biggest selection of Ram trucks and Jeeps. CrestviewChrysler.ca.
News is brought to you by Echo Sound in Fort Capel. Stay connected with a new cell phone from Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Call 306-332-6711.
It's 5 o'clock. A good evening, mostly cloudy and 32 degrees in Regina. I'm Will Manzik from the SAS Today newsroom with 620 CKRM News. Surging crude prices are boosting Saskatchewan's bottom line. The province's first quarter update shows non-renewable resource revenues are $320 billion higher than budgeted, with West Texas Intermediate oil averaging $75 a barrel. Finance Minister Jim Ryder says revenues and expenditures rose at an equal rate.
Revenue is up 1.5%. That's pretty close to target. Expenses were up 1.5%. That's pretty close to target. I'd say our officials have done a very good job on the estimates.
Ryder says the government will continue monitoring global market volatility closely. A major Regina water project is now complete, with officials crediting careful planning and teamwork for getting it across the finish line. The $170 million investment includes a new pumping station, 2 reservoirs, and an 8.4-kilometer water main. It was designed to improve water pressure and reliability while also creating capacity for another 310,000 people. The infrastructure can also be expanded as Regina continues to grow. Thomas Moore, the city's coordinator of water and sewer programming, says several factors helped keep the project moving.
So it's just a whole lot of planning and collaboration that goes into getting a project like this delivered, and just regular, constant communication between everybody, and just dealing with problems head on.
The project was completed 3 months ahead of schedule and came in roughly $17.5 million under its original budget. The Saskatchewan Penitentiary has seen 3 recent contraband seizures worth nearly $149,000. Correctional Service of Canada says staff confiscated drugs and unauthorized items on August 20th, 21st, and 24th. The seizures included methamphetamine, cocaine, THC concentrate, tobacco, a cell phone, charger, USB card reader, and rolling papers. CSC says it works with police and uses tools including drug detector dogs and ion scanners. And a Regina fundraiser is putting 6 local leaders on stage to help provide a safer place for vulnerable youth. Walk the Walk returns tonight at the Casino Regina Show Lounge, raising money for Lulu's Lodge, a transitional home for 2 LGBTQIA+ youth who are facing homelessness. The performers are stepping outside of their comfort zones to help support a program that provides housing, life skills training, and access to other supports. The fundraiser returns after a 3-year break and is being organized as a community-led event. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sastoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Your weather is next.
Matt Fisher here, General Manager at Crestview Chrysler. You know, our staff here is the best in town, so anytime they're ready for a new vehicle, they get the best price. For a limited time, we're giving that same discount to you. And you know what that means. You pay what we pay. We got a huge selection of Ram trucks, Wranglers, Durangos, Pacificas, and everything in between. If you're shopping for something new, this is officially the best time to stop in and see us. Don't miss employee pricing at Crestview in Regina.
Come on. What happened? Broken strings again.
That's the 3rd one this summer.
Maybe the beach doesn't like your solos, man.
Hey, man, while you're changing that up, we're going to head to Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
Get connected with SaskTel Internet, Max Stream TV, and the latest cell phones. Laptops are in stock at great prices, and once they're gone, prices are going up. So now's the time to buy. Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel. EchoSound.ca.
Weather for next-gen coatings. Spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name. 1865 McCarra Street, Regina. And Kevin's Marine. Make the most of summer with a boat or pontoon from Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel. kevinsmarine.com.
In your precision weather forecast tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 15. Tomorrow, partly sunny, some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, a high of 29. Tomorrow night's low, 14. Sunday, showers redevelop, isolated thunderstorms that may be heavy at times. A southeast wind between 20 to 40 kilometers an hour, a high of 23. Monday, showers end, some partly sunny, a high of 21. And Tuesday, mostly sunny, a high of 26. Across the province at this hour, Saskatoon 30, Swift Current 33, Assiniboia 30, Broadview and Moosomin 25, Yorkton 26, Estevan 26, Weyburn 27. Right now in Moose Jaw, it's mostly cloudy. There's a northwest wind of 24 and it's 34 degrees. In Regina right now, it's mostly cloudy. There's a southwest wind of 26 and it's 32 degrees. For more local news that matters to you, subscribe to the daily newsletter at sastoday.ca.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now next gen coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
At Kevin's Marine, the lineup is stacked and ready. Legendary Lund boats built for serious fishing and non-stop family fun. Stretch out, crank the tunes, and cruise in style on a brand new pontoon from Bentley or Crest. Or drop the throttle and make waves in a 4-wind sport boat. All powered by trusted Mercury 4-stroke motors. Right now, manufacturer rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing. Make decking easy with Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Visit Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel or kevinsmarine.com.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Yeah, thank God for Jeffy on the text line. He has confirmed that his Rogers Center where the Blue Jays will play at 5:15 tonight. It is a Friday edition of the Sports Cage, brought to you by Sask Today. If you want all the latest news that's going on in this province, it's the best place to get it. Sask Today, you can check that out online. Also, when I'm here, I'm brought to you by Flooring Superstore, Park and Arcola. Go see Trent Dickin and the boys and girls. Great selection of product. Cash and carry, and they will install if you don't want to do that like me. I'm not a flooring installer.
No, we know. Well, we know. Bad back, bad knees.
I don't do electrical. I don't do flow. Actually, I need you to fix stuff because I broke something. Yeah.
You've done electrical, and I've come and fixed it for you.
Yeah, and there's still more to do.
In a pinch.
Yeah, it never stops.
I was just looking out the window at Dylan. I hope you didn't...
Did Dylan swing by with our Mexi fries? No?
I think he teased us with the skip the dishes comment.
Dylan.
Now my Mexi fries are not here.
We're both starving. Okay. I lost where I wanted to go after that. Cale Makar signs an 8-year deal with an average of $20.4 million.
Well,
good for Cale.
Yeah.
I just took Colorado out of the Hellebuck race.
You were, for sure.
We don't have room for that.
No.
Wow.
They might not have room for some of the guys they have. Well, did they have that much cap space? Did they have room for that?
It probably starts next year.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Probably starts next year.
It is an extension.
Yeah.
Looking next season, Colorado had $400,000 of cap space. So that's gone.
They're going to make some moves then. They're making some changes after this year.
That's $163.2 million, by the way, over 8 years.
Guy could get by on that.
Hold on. Got to take my boots off. This math.
That's congratulations to Cale Makar, his family, his friends, anybody he knows.
His pets.
Yeah, his pets. His realtor. Should all work out good.
His agent.
For Cale Makar. Hey, before we get to Farhan and him coming on today, do we have another Barney teaser we can throw out there?
Yeah, we do. Let me find him real quick.
Let's throw another Barney teaser for Behind the Mask that he does before every Rider game.
You're just missing the barnyard, eh?
It's sentimental that he's not here. Yeah, it's sentimental. He often gives me a review afterwards, so I look forward to today's review. Okay, what do we got with Barney behind me?
Okay, bigger day in your life, when the Jets left way back when, or when the Jets came back?
Jets came back for sure. When they left, I was too young, but I actually grew up a Red Wings fan because I was so young, right, and didn't really understand the Jets, and just becoming a new hockey fan and getting into it. So I remember them being there, but them coming back was definitely a bigger day for me.
Who's your favorite hockey player then of all time? Is it a Red Wing?
It's Steve Yzerman. Yeah, Steve Yzerman is an all-time favorite for sure.
Okay, so who are your line mates? Your ultimate line of all time? Is it Yzerman and maybe someone with white skates?
Yeah, I don't know. Veterov would be good too. Yzerman would be a dream to play with, but honestly, like. A guy that can play with McDavid would be unreal. McDavid, Yzerman, myself, that'd be a pretty filthy line, I think.
I think we'd all do well on that line.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I could play on that line too.
They could shoot him off my pads or my butt or whatever to make.
You wouldn't even be in the zone by the time they scored.
Yeah.
Like by the time they left our zone and got to their zone,
ice
they'd be scored coming back to the center ice.
Yeah.
You might just stop at center. Just get ready for the face-off.
That's not that far off. Not that far off. Interesting behind the face mask coming up with Barney and Coach Andrew Harris before tomorrow's game. We will have Farhan joining us shortly. Not yet, but shortly. Danny, you had your hot take was for the taco time for Friday?
Run back for a TD.
Run back for a TD. Any kick return, punt or...
Yeah. I mean, let's have one of each.
We've had some good ones today. We've had some really good ones. The one where Luke gets overdoes it tonight on his NFL draft. Hey, by the way, the Marengo Saloon is always a good time for wings Friday night, says Travis. He's out there in the combine. Travis, you're right close to some family I got in Acadia Valley. Say hi to them all if you're over there. Good show today, all from Roscoe. Roscoe is sending in the brother-in-law with the Ryder Green truck tomorrow.
So when he says Ryder Green truck, is it actually painted up Ryder Green?
Roscoe, we need some details.
I assume so.
It's like just a big green truck or blue truck. $40 for three. Oh, come on, Dylan.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't do it.
Broke my heart.
He is right, though. $40 for 3 Mexi fries, that is insane.
Yeah, that is. To win a $50 gift card. The maths.
I agree with you, Dylan. It doesn't work. It doesn't. It would have been really cool. It would have made an epic event. You would have been a legend. And now you're just a guy that didn't do it.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I turned on him pretty quick, didn't I?
When's your next solo show? When does he order the next batch?
Yeah. Dylan, you're dead to me. Yeah, it's over.
Wow.
Yeah. But we are still looking for more hot takes on our Taco Time Friday, and we haven't had any feedback on our what's your go-to song?
Yeah.
Karaoke.
Well, I wonder if Farhan's got one.
Do you think Farhan's got a guaranteed karaoke?
I see Farhan
song?
being a karaoke crooner.
Yeah, you see him being a crooner?
A crooner, karaoke crooner.
Okay. Do we have Farhan now? Let's go
you know
to
what
it.
Karaoke stands for?
No.
Empty orchestra.
Does that it actually means something?
In Japanese, yeah.
Karaoke means empty orchestra.
Yeah.
See, and you think you weren't going to learn anything today listening to Sportscage.
Well, especially when I was on here.
Hey, and Dylan's promised to bounce back next time. Appreciate it. All right, let's go to Farhan Lalji.
It's time to get the inside story. TSN's Farhan Lalji on Sportscage is brought to you by the Cooperators. Time to get financially fit? Cooperators can build a plan that works for you. Cooperators, investing in your future together.
Farhan, we often find you in your vehicle on Friday. Yeah, air conditioning on, nice and warm out in Vancouver today?
Pretty good. It's about 20 degrees, a little sun, a little cloud. They tell us it's going to rain for the next 2 weeks. We haven't seen it yet, but I know it's coming. And I don't know why. Like, I do a bunch of shows, both here across the line, and Friday is just the day that I always wind up in my car. Every other one I get to do it from my home studio.
Well, it's a good-looking car. Nothing wrong with it. Don't be down on yourself.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, we talked last week, and the BC secondary was a topic of conversation. They came through pretty big against the Riders. Was it more the secondary or the Riders' rookie receivers that was the impact?
It's a fair question. I thought that when you look at the fourth quarter of that game after the Jackson Ford interception, Trevor was able to move the ball down the field pretty comfortably and effectively. And, I thought BC played fairly soft in their coverage and gave up a lot. But then after that, they made some adjustments and they made it really difficult for him. And you could see on the final two drives that he really had to pull it down and double clutch a few times. And they got a little more sticky in their coverage. And I think it's probably a combination of both. I think BC's secondary is playing well. They're confident. Mike Benavides, who generally likes to have a lot installed, is simplifying. And when you saw those Malden sacks, those were coverage sacks, right? It was because Trevor had to pull the ball down. So I think it's a combination of both. If Kean Schaefer-Baker's in there and Emelis is at full speed. I know he got hurt late. You might have a different conversation.
We're going to switch a little bit to Hamilton and Calgary, and I know you're going to go, why are you talking about those two guys? But Vernon Adams is out. That changes Calgary big time, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've flipped my pick for that game. I had Calgary winning and covering, and now the sprint to 1.5, and I'm taking Hamilton to win that game, even though it's in Calgary. Josh Love has no sample size or body of work other than a full practice week this week. So even with Trey Ford, a quarterback for Hamilton, I think they're going to win this game. I think Hamilton's defense is playing well. They're going to make it hard for Love. And I know that Vernon was close. I talked to him at the beginning of last week during their bye week, and he was in Tacoma. I think he's working out. He felt pretty good about what he was doing at that point, and really had no doubt at that point that he would improve enough to be able to play in this game. And he was just never able to get to the next step, right? Like, you want complete clarity, zero symptoms, everything feeling right, especially when he had a concussion and missed a game last year because of that. So I'm glad that the team and the player are not taking the chance, but they're a different team when Vernon Adams is playing for sure.
Big time. And we'll get into the concussion talk later, because your two co-hosts here today have had more than their fair share of concussions, I'll tell you that. Riders, Toronto, is it a desperate time for Saskatchewan? Are we pushing any panic buttons? Luc Mullinder came on and said we're 6-4. What are you guys complaining about? Like, we're on the top half of the schedule, right?
Yeah, look, and they're second in the West right now, and there's nothing to complain about because it is the CFL season and it is a marathon. I know it's a cliche, but it's the truth, right? So right now they're in pretty good position. The West is incredibly competitive, and they've been through this in each of the last 2 years where they've had a hiccup in their season. It derailed them a little bit 2 years ago. I don't think it's going to now. And, I don't know that Kean Schiffer-Baker's getting back anytime soon, and Emelis, I think they're hoping to get him back by the end of the regular season. So they're going to go through some growing pains, but look at what happened last year. I've said this before with Saskatchewan. They had 9 receivers that caught at least 30 passes. So that's a big deal. Like, that tests your depth, and I think that they do a good job of evaluating and integrating and implementing, right? So, what they're doing with their offensive staff and Mark Mueller in particular, I think they're going to be able to get the most out of what they've got. So I have no doubt they're going to figure it out. Might it mean going 1-1 over the next 2? Maybe, but I like their chances against Toronto, and I fully expect them to get this figured out again. There's too much experience there.
I like that. And speaking of Rider receivers, Dante Myers looks like he's going to stick down, and he spent a bunch of time with Burrows on the field after getting comfortable with each other. Good for him.
Yeah, it is great, right? And, if he were even available, he's a free agent. I'm sure everybody'd be throwing a lot at him, but I don't think that's going to happen because I think he's going to make that team, and I think he's going to not just make the practice roster, but make the 53-man roster. So he's played very well in the preseason. He got a lot of first-team reps this week, and, you mentioned the time he spent with Joe Burrow, not just after the practice, but before they started training camp, right? I mean, that story has become legendary that Burrow called him and said, hey, what are you doing? I need somebody to catch for me tomorrow, and he drove from Atlanta to get there to make that happen, right? I mean, that shows a level of commitment, and he is fully taken advantage of this opportunity. And when you look at the whole body of work and the job that he was doing and how he was so close to being out of football to now being on the verge of making the Cincinnati Bengals, I think it's a fantastic story.
Well, and I think it's a very, he's got championship experience from last year here, and it shows how tight the CFL and NFL are. Like, it's that close, right? He can go down there and compete.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna make that big narrative, and I say that because it's not like everybody can do it, right? A lot has to go right. I've said that there's very little difference between the top 5 guys on a CFL roster and the bottom 10 guys on an NFL roster. That doesn't mean a CFL star can be an NFL star, but it does mean that if you're in the right place at the right time and you're young enough, you'll get looked at and you'll get an opportunity, right? And like UDFA is making teams, it's not entirely uncommon. So the fact that he's taken that opportunity, got a small signing bonus when he went down there, I think it's great, right? But he's the right age. Usually the players that excel in the CFL are in their late 20s, and now it's too late for you to get that opportunity in the NFL. He's just hit the window before it expires for him, and I think it's a good spot for him to be in.
Nice. You spent a lot of time at a bunch of camps. Where have you been?
All the West Coast teams. I did both LA teams, San Francisco, the Cowboys because they were in Southern California, Kansas City, Denver, Seattle, a couple others. It's been good. I enjoy doing this every year. In and out, a new day, new city, new camp, and it's always a great time of year to watch players. And for me, with my coaching background, it's kind of the one time during an NFL season where players actually get taught. So it's cool to watch them go through that process too.
Cool.
We got a question coming in for you from one of our listeners. What are you hearing about Jacob Roberts?
Practice roster at best, right? He was, I think, at one point 4th string in Minnesota at an inside linebacker position. I know he's had some time with the threes, but he really hasn't gotten above that. He's going to have to make this team on special teams. I think I think his best case is practice roster at this point, but and it's 50-50 whether he gets there. But I think he's got a reasonable shot because he's got some special teams value. He's a guy that you can bring in on your practice roster, and eventually when you need someone to cover kicks, you can elevate him.
Now, today, it's our Taco Time Hot Take Friday. We always ask people what their hot take is going to be for the game. So we got 2 questions for you on the hot take. What surprising thing or what will be the hot thing that will happen in tomorrow's game between the Riders and the Argos?
Wow. What's going to happen between the Riders and the Argos? That's a hot take.
Unusual. Yeah.
A Nelson Lacombo pick 6.
I like it.
Nice.
That could get you the $50 gift card from Taco Time.
You're gonna get some Mexi fries for that one.
You could. That's a big win for you right there. Okay.
Barney has promised me so much free stuff, and I never get any of it.
Me too, actually.
That might be more to do with Colson giving it away. Might be the problem. Yeah. Throw Colson under the bus. All right. And the last question for you today: what's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh boy,
it's a late night.
Low places.
Garth Brooks. Yeah, I like it. All right, we'll do the
That'll
duet.
do.
We'll make it happen. All right. Hey, Farhan, I appreciate you jumping on with us this Friday afternoon from your car. So I know you're a busy man. Have a great weekend. Enjoy some football.
Thanks, Farhan.
See you, boys.
Take care. Farhan Lalji joins us on behalf of Cooperators. If you need to get financially fit, Cooperators can figure out a plan for you. Or if you just need to get physically fit, you should see somebody else. That's a different issue for me. But financially, Cooperators can get a plan that will work for you. Cooperators, invest in your future together. When we come back, we will have some more Rider audio. We'll have some more messages. And before the show's over, we'll rerun the interview with Luc Mullinder. This is Sportscage on 620 CKRM.
The original 620 CKRM Country Cookouts are back for the harvest season. As you and the crew take a break from taking crop off the field, we'll fill you up with a delicious meal from Nikki's Cafe and Catering. We'll also bring you prizes and live entertainment. Keep it on CKRM for the dinner bell cue to call, and you could be one of our lucky 8 Fall Country Cookout winners. 620 CKRM's Country Cookouts for
Brian Golly at Smart Investing Solutions, Cowtown, P90 Energy, APAS, and Nikki's Cafe and Catering.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
You know how the best plans always seem to happen at the last minute? Friends stop by, the family's finally all home. Suddenly, it's pizza night with Western Pizza. Pile on the pepperoni, smoky ham, crispy bacon, and loads of melty cheese. Then make it even better with tender ribs, hearty lasagna, or delicious souvlaki on the side.
Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today.
And get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
What's the deal with flooring? Apparently, there are 75 shades of rustic oak.
No matter what flooring you need, the experienced local team at Flooring Superstore can help you find the right fit for your home and your budget. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, artificial turf, floors for gyms, they've got it all.
If your decorating instincts have always missed the mark, maybe it's time you do the opposite. Visit Flooring Superstore.
Flooring Superstore. Quality floor covering at the best price. FlooringSuperstoreRegina.ca.
Got a landscape project in mind this year, but not sure how to bring it together? Hi, I'm Sean from the Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop. This is where projects get stuck, not knowing what to do first. That's what our project consult is for. We'll come out, walk the space with you, and help you build a clear plan. Whether you're doing it yourself or need a contractor, we'll point you in the right direction. Book your project consult today at therustyshovel.ca/consult. Great projects start at the shovel. The Rusty Shovel Landscape Shop. 2 green thumbs up.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Steelcraft Doors Regina, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
Lost my sheet with all my stories on it, but good thing I can remember. Montreal is in Winnipeg tonight to take on the Bombers. Montreal is favored by 7. I would take that bet. Fair? Sports Select. You can find that on Sports Select, Montreal by 7. Blue Jays, 5:15, are hosting the Mariners in the who can finish not quite as far down the roster, down the wild card chase. Tonight at 7 o'clock at Kings Park Speedway, we got the Enduros going out there. So if you're looking for some racing, Kings Park's got it tonight. And finally, on Sunday, 1 o'clock, the number 2 in the nation, Regina Thunder, take on the Edmonton Huskies if you're looking for some junior football. It's been a great day on Taco Hot Take Friday. Some real good ones, some that aren't so good. Jeffy says they're out of control. These are crazy. Don't worry, Jeffy, that's the point of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All Saskatchewan wide receivers listed on the depth chart score a touchdown. I don't know who you are. We need a name, please. We can't give you a prize without a name.
I like it. I like
the idea.
3285.
Yeah, whoever you might be, but no. You don't get to win because you didn't put your name down. Right? Yeah. Marengo's got wing night tonight in the Marengo Hotel.
What's that, 4.5 hour drive?
4.5 hour drive. We'll be late.
Well, how late does the wing nights go?
I don't know.
It's only 5, what is it?
And we got to go to Luke's for the barbecue.
Oh, we're busy.
There's a barbecue at Luke's tonight. Yeah, for the NFL fantasy draft that he's got going on there. Hopefully Luke is able to go tomorrow and not hurt or out of shape by any stretch of the imagination.
On the IR.
He's on the IR. Hey, you know what? It's been a challenging week for the Riders. From a fan perspective, internally they're doing okay. And obviously from a fan's perspective, there's a lot of love out there as we're headed towards a sellout. So they were practicing with some noise. Coach Mace has some thoughts on practicing with the noise.
Yeah, big time. We practiced it a bit today, but we talked about it as a team. That's what you want. You want this place to be packed and people cheering for the good guys. So we're looking forward to that, man. And I can only imagine, I think there's going to be a lot of families and stuff coming as well. Let's get some more Rider fans, some young bucks.
It's a great, great sign that the Riders are close to a sellout. As we looked at tickets earlier, there's some available in the upper deck and some single seats lower down, but it looks like a great crowd for Saturday at 5 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tailgating starts at
2.
No, noon.
Noon. I'm aiming for 2.
You're aiming for 2?
That's why it's in my head. Yeah.
Okay, so tailgating starts at noon. I think this is going to be one of the big tailgates of the year as we prep for the Labor Day tailgate.
Yeah, this is the last practice before Labor. This is the last practice before Labor Day.
The last tryout before Labor Day.
I'm excited. We're going to do some wings and pierogies.
I love it. Oh, it's going to be so good. I can see Barney pitting in right beside you.
Oh yeah.
Coach Mace also had some comments today on leaders having difficult conversations this week. And what does that say about the truth and chemistry in the room? And Colson doesn't have that particular piece. You always got it now. There we go.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, that's what you want, and then I think we talk openly about that, from the start of training camp is just, there's it's more than just showing love for each other, is because in certain situations when adversity hits, which it always does, those conversations do come up, and it's easier to sit down and look somebody face to face and have that conversation when you know that it's coming from a person who just gives a damn about the team, he gives a damn about the person he's talking to, right? So, I champion that kind of stuff from our leadership, and again, that'll always start with myself as well.
We talked to Luke about that earlier, what kind of coach Mace would be in terms of calling guys out. I get the impression that he maybe goes to his leadership group, says, bring the group together.
Yeah, I think, like you kind of said too, he would do it as well or have a good one-on-one. But again, it's kind of back to what I was talking about earlier, that healthy bullying kind of thing where a vet or a teammate will pull you aside and hey, you let us down. You let us down here. That penalty, that bad play, that missed route, whatever it is. Get better. And again, like I liked what he said, where it's coming from a place of like, I want you to be better because if you're better, we're better.
That's right.
Right. So, and that's kind of where that, like I said, that healthy bullying, pull up your socks, skate faster, learn how to stick handle Dan. I mean, what?
That's never going to happen.
Stay out of the penalty box, Dan.
That's not going to happen either. Hey, it's not a must-win this week, but they asked Coach Mace, is there a heightened sense of urgency?
Yeah, great word, urgency. That's what I feel like we need. Let's put some urgency in how we approach everything. Whether it's how we start the game, it's how we approach each day, each meeting, each practice, each rep. Man, let's be urgent in trying to fix the things that we need to fix, because it's a results-driven business, and we haven't gotten the result that we like the last 2 weeks, and nobody likes that feeling. So. Only one way to fix it, and that's to be focused and dial in with a sense of urgency.
I like it's not a panic, it's just a sense of urgency. Do your job a little better, right?
Urgency is a good word.
Urgency is a great word that he put in there. I thought the Rider defense has been okay. The secondary is a little banged up, but the front seven's been really good this year, and very happy with their play. We had a chance to hear from Jameer Thurman about the Rider defense.
I was once told for positive change to happen, sometimes you have to hit rock bottom. Is that a poor suggestion, saying that the team hit rock bottom?
No, absolutely not. No, we're not hitting rock bottom at all. We were in every game that we played this year, so there's nothing to really panic about. But it's just the small details that we got to, make a priority, because those things can lead to wins and losses. So I don't think anything is rock bottom at all with us. We're still a great football team. We just got to go out there and prove it on Saturday.
You've got an opportunity to do that against a tough Toronto team. You've taken away the run game successfully from a number of your opponents. Obviously, that's job one, but then how do you go ahead and take away the pass game?
I think the main thing is to keep the top, no explosions. And then when plays come our way, we got to make them. We got to find a way to get the offense the ball a lot throughout this game. There are times then we aren't taking advantage of the opportunities of the defense. We have to capitalize on that and give the offense more opportunities to put the ball in the end zone.
So you've said, and your teammates have said, the fact that we haven't made the plays, but they're still there, right?
Yeah, they're still there. I mean, it's film study. If you in the meeting rooms, what we're watching on film, take that to the field. You see it, trust it, go make the play.
Was frustration and emotion that this team experienced this week?
No, I don't think it was frustration and emotion. I mean, nobody likes losing, for sure. But I think the main thing is, we're trying to get back in that win column. We're back at home playing in front of our fans. The focus is all about on Saturday.
You're coming up against Chad Kelly, who gives away a lot of those opportunities. So obviously that's got to be a point of focus for you this week.
No better time than Saturday. The opportunities will be there. It's been proven on tape all throughout the season. Now it's on us to go out there and execute and take advantage of them.
I like the attitude everybody's bringing. I really do.
They sound ready.
They sound ready. They're disappointed in themselves, which is what you want to hear. They didn't want to think that that's acceptable. What's taken place the last couple of weeks. Before we go to Barney's hot take and our last piece of the day, and then headed to Luke's story, Danny, I want to thank you for coming in again, helping out, being a part of the show. Appreciate all the feedback and the helpful tips for those young electricians out there.
Oh, I love it. It's actually a good time. You guys make it really easy, and it's lots of fun. So
appreciate that, because I'm not any good at this. So thanks for saying it was easy. Hey, and the final piece today, the final teaser is Barney's piece on his Behind the Face Mask with Coach Harris.
Now, growing up in Winnipeg, I think you're only a year separated from Jonathan Toews. Growing up, did you play against him, with him at all?
Yeah, no, we're the same age. We played against each other like way back in minor hockey, and then he kind of moved on to the States, as he kind of got into the AAA midget realm and our Bantam AAA. So, but yeah, we crossed paths a few times, and yeah, honestly, before he came back to Winnipeg, we were kind of chatting, and I just talking about the pressures. Like, I know it's a little different realm just with the Jets and Bombers, but after him coming off his stint and what he was going through, I was proud to see him get back out there. I wish we had a better season for him, but it's tough to do at our age, to come back and to do something you love, and with all the pressure on it too, it's a tough situation.
There we go. You're ready for Behind the Mask with Barney Shinkruk. That'll be played before the game tomorrow. 5 o'clock, Riders take on the Argos. There's still seats available, not many. Tailgating opens at noon, so if you want to get set up, you've got noon to get down there. Thanks for everybody joining us on Friday. Luc Mullinder's coming up after the break. It's the Sports Cage on 620 CKRM.
At Redhead Equipment, come check out our lineup of Platinum Super B-Grain trailers and Triaxle hopper trailers. These Platinum Grain trailers are the most durable, most configurable, and the highest revenue trailers on the market, with excellent standard features and fully customizable options. Got some grain to haul? We're here to do whatever it takes. Check out our lineup of Platinum Grain trailers today at your local Redhead Equipment. Redhead Equipment, making tracks since 1948.
Dude, I need a summer getaway.
Then catch the biggest wave of the summer at Affordable Trailer Sales. Whoa!
From August 1st through 31st, score a $1,500 summer getaway sale credit on all remaining new 2026 units. Plus, a huge selection of used trailers, tons of floor plans, and new 2027 travel trailers.